ena ode baaye transition ne ko say samre no wunya nte wo baabia agye ha obete dada e wo ha ya to 1992 transition no ko say and then 1996 na transition ni ho cause Rollins na na sanwone ye no part one ade so but oye transition kitwa bi emra ode reshuffle ede be sesa na ban nim eti won a na wom dada bi wo ho a wontimi anko eti ye be hwe no na ya ba be hwe bampani dada John Ajekum Kufo ono so the transition ono ne de no ya to second round ya ko round off e 2000 eti ema eye ye wie ni bibia no ye inauguration ni kura wie ye swearing in no na transition no ewie wo madwuma eti ye be he no so the history behind it and in yamabia e course na afei yaba aye 2004 Bampani Dada Kufuor transition and shed da bia nkoso because ono one tia konwa so ono one eto so or the reshuffle na ye the transition ye be ba me hwe no na afei yaba Professor John Evans Fifiat Mills ono so first round and ye sako round off eti Emma Professor Mills so ne transition no ewura mu ewo after ya swearing in and then 2012 John Dramani Mahama now Bampani Dada Mills a free and obedi ade ye call elections busumi nsia or the campaign at the winning tetetia transition and shutdown kosu bi asa John Dramani Mahama at the reshuffle that the end transition but that transition happened between NDC for no more Professor Mills time obeton won I wan fa ne sanka obia any one no person do one ba nti ye wie eno so then in 2016 transition and we check it Fourth Republic here memo je akwaba na yetimi yewuram if you go abedru atame kapu de mu wache atana wache you dey oje na afei yetimi ewura no mu na yabɔ nkomo emu de he transition mu de he na abantem pa ana ebantem e Fourth Republic ibo na eye dentra
make up ma
ti ye be hwe 2000 ye be hwe 2008 ye be hwe 2016 na fi ye hwe 2024 now say wo hwe transitions ahodo na asa ye hweda asa ye won krofo bi ho a wo mo de ye den transition bi eso mkobi I am me person me tiase se faces here e wo hoyi no na wo ase dun katia me wo jo ase dun katia
chairman sabonsu
me wo chairman sabonsu ba jo ase dun katia we ka ho a na kire se ya akoyete se the transitioner etoso mienu ana mensa Professor Mills 2008 right yeah 2008 and then 2012 there the transition papa bia actually then 2016 transition and then 2024 transition so we'll look at the dynamics of transition matisa all TV stations and radio stations aka transition asem baka trans asem ne twemu a na kama ne ye de ti memma transition record efi osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah time na ye de abewie buzia ye de abana na rodan kwa Akufo Addo de papa time near the about Dr. Hilary Man na afei yabesim ewo Fly Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings na ankasa more remfise Kwame Nkrumah transition ni patre na koy any patre and a year transition of our sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and a year tone so ababa akope but of transition you Chifatu utrim.
Honorable.
Nkrumah, mi wie Nkrumah de ane meje mama JB. Aside for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Emra oni abrofo chirika swa Ghana and Saka independence no. There was a transition. It's that transition ewo ho. Aden Clark transition team. Na Kwame Nkrumah girlfriend eka ho.
Wani.
Erica Powell. No wa ha. Ena Erica so sanso wa ha. It's the answer and information no. Ebetimi akwa kodu ase no. They were share Nkrumah dada. Oh baby, and they friend Lancaster Hotel. We were briefing Nkrumah as a makushia.
Ghana.
So Kwame Nkrumah knew every single thing. And because we're independence transition name.
Ghana.
It's another ho.
It's free forever.
And Abrofo no year 7. Ghana for the year miensa. And on year transition no. Independence transition no. Yewie no. Ghana ankasa kwa Abatoɔ proper.
Ghana.
Our Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was declared the winner of that presidential elections. And also transition echo so. Sabre no Ghana for do motre.
Ghana.
No we part of that transition no. Ahemfo makomako enum and the politicians do me answer.
Sure.
And of course that transition no.
Sure.
A transit proper member names, date and time.
Sure.
Now they know what to do. Political science students na mo Ghana ha no. Lecture bia twin kasem we chiro baby a.
Honorable.
Unya baby a. Cause any government book bia mu krum ha. Ajo onua. Nti ya na watch hashtag yate dada. Oje?
General.
Bibi aboko there.
Ewe betene. Few observations. Ya to aba ne wie ye no. And then marketing na I start to say CC. One quick question. Any observation I mehu e Ghana had mo say. Enti and His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nebu afu. Enti ama transitional ekoso no. He says he will never be part of it. Weja brutal. Dr. Bawumia weja brutal da je deposo. Well, just because before, say, Okwako considered defeat to John Dramani Mahama in the 2024 elections. Now, that Akufo-Addo say one consultant to Onosu Jai can I do children basa. And because of that, at the end of the His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not part of the transition team. And the implication is as serious as it is. Oshe, from the NDC side, the president-elect, John Dramani Mahama, and the vice president-elect, Professor Jinano Pokwajiman. And it will interest you to know, sir, other members of the transition team, there's also Ebiya Krado. But there are some few key ones they have decided not to be part of the transition team. I'm sure say you go into it proper. We will get a better understanding and a better appreciation of that very particular. But another interesting issue. See, Takwamu amusu sang abanyema ewa warehouse no yehumu dada. Mu amuwia aban enyema. And they are free the government warehouse. And they are come various houses, you know. Yehumbo. You see, first, now, Kasa, Mama Munyamushi, but you see, the one here, Rebecca say, hey, what may we are buying them be about to be a yamo? Say, I never corner. Because that's the two for a more fat. As a Kasa Trebo, be a just so bitty. A buy Japadia and you were Japadia, pet your mamma coco. Now take note of that. Pete enyo mami akoko aban japade enya ufie ene wonana ni wuni ene wo se japade taxpayers money Ghana for na etiti wo samo remu a na ye de akokoto japade ye de akokoto de ma se ye de ba beboa ama Ghana etimi atumpon. Now just because you were in power yesterday, now the will of the Ghanaian people are prevailed. Also say akufie. Now who need ya? And I also there. Yaka say obo yes ani na no adwebro but the way amusi edi some phone some hunu wo Ghana no say no ahwe be ka say obi obechi so obi awi ade bia wo che na bo no na fa go police station. It is becoming too much. It is becoming so annoying. And I'm going to lose aba. Dr. Mahmoud ba omi okobo obo say ade kwa abato de kra o te be bi sun kakra na wo wa o ka prenim. You see, let us draw a lot of lessons from what has happened. Ebia wo kra okoko wi ade ma ne kra wo want to aba from Dr. Mahmoud ba omi. But they are still stealing from the government coffers. 8 years, what we are for you and then buy a free power no. Walk a warehouse, a cock with Yanema, a blood school granny and Janini. Takwamu, yes, and any more. And some part of the northern region, we know you. And unfortunately, most of the Kramonia too intelligent enough. Move ya, I mean, what is this? Mumbe wiane ma na ka wiana na dwa homachi mpo na ka camera capture mo creation da humuye mo sa wiana no pa na wia no be yempe krasefo akrofo e wo krom ha no mo sei e ba de sa mo hye Ghana fo abufu mo a mo sesa aban agapade soso yesre mo munya sa de ma no ekrasese bi mama bi si biem mo yesa de na enye e wo mo sesa akrofo mo ho ehi o ma bo Ghana. I'm a name is sitting in another see what Ghana had to say, but it is highly unacceptable. Now, we are and the moment the pass have been a mini host. David, host, the general patch, David, general patch. Hey, and I'm a starting here, Mr. Pacho. It's a hoodie. And I'll start the enemy and resource person to send the end. I'm your host. It's an idea. It's never been played for you. The host is posting. Aha. In fact, I am not a host. In fact, you are the host. In fact, okay, so Efia is the host. Never. Introduction is your name. Then who hosted that to my Dabi. Because there's never been played for you. I'm saying yes, I'm Ketwa. All right. Because in Yama and Pacho Bibo, whatever. Yanshe ya de kokrabom ene esemunu ebe man ye mabia se wo yekrum ha no say enya afi no bia so be kire so wotumi che obi a o ye ndisi ni na mahama ba power kai huru se pete adwo ma me akokọ mahama onye mahama munya botre fa ba no hyehyɛ ne niema barade afi na de na start contempa o hwe na ado da kwakufu ado animu pa de transition that means ye painful laughter ye ne yemu a ba oboa oni hu kwaso o tumi nka so onye no de se ko yo okay o why nanado be ya ono de se wedding day wi hwe ana sama men's good at the buy no the local men's good no so for no Pentecost said that so for no do sika go to orum no first one say oh anti Muslim men's good da good me ha me o ha me oh me dem ha me kra ah what one one time was afre anti Muslim men's good da good apa wani me kra na ha me o me dem shut down for me ho sa ah 2 hours and was afre Integra let's go there e ma bi wo e ska no so na me sika no was start so so e si na not be na say ha do bato boa because afei na ye ba be chire nsem kem no for yet krono obo Ghana any omu ministers of state krono obo Ghana afei no da hodo wa na odwendwe na ohwe TV na afei na the send the fuso ehwe said the appointees no krono obo Ghana no afei no mu yi ano at the large extent some of them will go to jail for the rot they created for the country. Afei John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency Methodist Simbu go won be a charge to keep I have Asudi Damejo and Asudi Dawodo. Say enema bi wo hodo se wan fa wo na esi fom no wanya. And ebiana krom ha no mu se na ye na ne betena ha. Because I remember very closely. Oye de defa John Dramani Mahama ho ne NDC ho Kumase a it doesn't speak any volume because that is traditionally not their seat. But then it is only there. Bibrina na bebe na yumre. And General 7.10 wow.
7.11.
7.11 aha. It's host a cast 7.11. It's Mr. Host by Minja Farmer and Afi. Yento aso. Me da se.
When
Akwawe.
when
Akwawe se bro.
Anyway, so to say that catch on, I'll begin with former president, the late former president John Evans Fifiado Mills. The transition team. Mr. P.V. Obin was the chairman of the transition team. And then Mr. Alex Segbefia, honorary secretary to the transition team. And then I remember very well Mame Hannah Tete was the spokesperson. What's it?
That beautiful woman.
That very beautiful woman. Honorary transition team ni na ano kasa mafo. That time opening Victor Beho, ebe chairman, Emma the inauguration subcommittee. Transition no, this is the very first time transition no ya inaugurate without other committee members. Yentimi and check committees do ebe fall under the transition, but what you drew this year there become wasem. Dr. Don Atta, ebe chairman ma subcommittee on transfers of executives' assets. Toby Afede, I saw the 16th. Ebe chairman ma subcommittee on the economy. It's a Professor Mason winning elections, no. Nipa transition ni mo tenase. Me ye dandane. Ghana ye economy ni de ko bonkum de ko ni fa de ko animu de ko akire eye. Toby Afede. Brigadier General Nunu Mensah was the chairman, National Security Subcommittee. Alhaji Mohammed Mumuni was the chairman for the Committee on Governance.
economy
Mr. Ekospio Gabra, chairman, Social Sector Subcommittee. Ena Afei, Mrs. Betty Moldidrisu, chairman, Subcommittee on Legal Matters. Mr. Kwame Pipra, chairman, Subcommittee on Energy. And then Alhaji Mahama Idrisu, chairman, Nominations Subcommittee. Now, and what you know, there were several subcommittee members. I mean, one ever said, you bet with the Professor Mills, Aqua Independence Square, Aswedi in no, Victor Beho, Kofi Adams, Do Ajaho, Sherry Aite, Backbane, Kojobonsu. Kojobonsu. Equia Sena Denswa, E.T. Mensah, Fifi Kwete, Mrs. Sati Okran, Victor Smith, Vanderpoy,
Ambassador Victor Smith.
Nilante Vanderpoy.
No, make Ambassador.
Yes, Ambassador Victor Smith. And now, Ludwig Roger, one and now over in charge, say, Yebetimi, aye inauguration, no, na ya swear in His Excellency, the former late President, John Evans Fifiado Mills. And then we had the subcommittee, no mbeshe, executive assets, Niama, Abino, one Dibano, Edane Danino, Niama no Mo, Dr. Donata and Jubo Siakon, and the Squashy, Koku and Yudoho, and Mr. Richard Kwabe, Asante. The economy nedia, Kasi Bubodi na Yebeche Tobo Afede, Mr. David Adom, Mr. Frank Edu, Pakwesi Minsata. That is why John Mahama, who know the far no as the running mate. Pakwesi Minsata, Edianan, Mbosisa Saga, Kwabrado 4, Oko Nikwe Jani, Kranche, Percival Yao, Honorable Salas Mensah, Sipayanke George, Setekpe, Eni Thomas, Ni Moy, Obekaya, Meba Beka Papa no once a Then international relations, subcommittee no, Victor Beho, Tony Edu, and then in for subcommittee on security, Nunu Mensah, and na Odikai, Assessor Jima, Naval Commander, Bafo, Diwonu, CK, and in Nipa Bebre, subcommittee on governance, Alhaji Mohammed Mumuni, on a year, Jum Treni, and Afei, social sector subcommittee no ebeye honorable Ecospio Gabra eno no koye social sector committee chairman we any chiche ministers a yamano eno no so be ka say ne timbi okay aha odi timbi bae samre no na ba me ababeyiwa do ka ho Professor Francis Dodu and afei Mr. Kofi Nyantechi Openi Kwesi Nyantechi Ebra Penin. And then we had the Energy Subcommittee Kwame Pepra and Edano, then Honorable Dr. Kwame Ampofo and other sika means me muboni na Honorable Litio Kranamu na Ekawani Honorable Dr. Otin Eji obe contested here ewo Bosomche or the war hopoto.
No, was it?
No, energy minister.
Yeah,
energy minister.
That's also meter be brave the Bosomche. My honor more assistance now. Don't do now political meter. As
Omuntia.
Like a friend said, I'm Canadian for ECG. A free Omudas.
Born free. And then the subcommittee on nominations, Alhaji Mahama Idrisu, and a year chairman, and a lot of people. Kasobo Bar. Edoso and afi Mami Hana Tete a spokesperson edema woman. The very first day woman call meeting there was a total disagreement. Professor Mills, John Evans Mills and John Kufuor transition team. The very first time woman call la then Yamani insists so, especially the economic committee. And I remember very well, Tom we are fed. Eka say, and near my wabonte, the Omankasa kai wa budget him, and yeah, no mono. So they should try and come clean and clear. So there was a total disagreement. And J.A. Mills, J.A. Kufuor, one more transition, no. Mentimi wase was 9 times. And Prem Kron. And Omante Omuhwase, but at the end of the day, now we better as you won't tears you, yes, we emails, as a motias na yebumaino. All right. Eti, opening PV obeying, and na odano. Don't forget, the PV obeying, answer the Professor Mills Seba winning election, no. Na J. Kufuor an appointment on Abem.
People, PV obeying, it's quite confusing. Because there's a current PV.
Paul Victor Obin.
Yes.
PV Obin na wuni na.
The whole Kumasi na. There's another PV Obin in Kumasi right now.
Already here.
Oh no, a presidential staffer. And
oh, there be no yeka. Oh, on that's all your small boy.
Zabo.
Oh, yeka PV Obin.
Because
yeka PV Obin, original PV Obin.
Because the PV
Obin when you baby call.
Oh, okay. But there's another PV Obin.
Okay, no problem. But you can't PV Obey NDPC.
Okay.
National Development Planning Commission.
Yeah.
President Kufuor Boni Din.
Yeah.
And NDC for so one tiase. Say PV Obey NDC ni. Na President Kufuor ama the position na. Kwen be fast way be develop Ghana no. Yade ni na akwche PV Obey sa. President Kufuor so can say all inclusive government. And no kofa Alhaji Isa.
Yeah.
Malam Isa.
The Pakwesi Duka.
Malam Isa, or the Pakwesi Duka, the first energy minister. Malam Isa be sports minister. And he has $50,000. A question flower pot him. And so be ya semonai. At the end of the day, say yampo, ye Malam Isa di. Oko jail by. On one bit me actually. Malam Isa is still alive.
Oh really?
Oh. Wow. Dabe.
When?
Dame? Okay. So Malam Isa. And then, sa anyone na no itimi at the course. Na
When?
Buzia transition team. And on document transition document in Naira ABC in there.
When?
From which one to which one?
Buzia.
From Buzia to who?
Osebuzia be prime minister Okruma.
Aha, nti no if Buzia ho.
And then Nana Papa be ceremonial president.
Nti if Nana Papa dey ko Buzia ho na Buzia ho dey ko Nana Papa.
Toboas as o pede ad linki bibi. No
Because if Buzia Papa ho dey ko Nana Papa ho na if Nana Papa ho dey ko.
You two aside for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. There was an election.
Yes.
And so after that election, now a member was soldier for them. Before the election.
As what question do bra wanim.
There be any money and Kwame Nkrumah and winning election.
Kwame Nkrumah dem tiase. Me ka Buzia dem.
Buzia bias and another papa bala.
Buzia bae. Asa papa ba.
So the lead transition.
If Buzia ho no mo na e kwa na nado papa ho no ma.
There be Buzia dem na yira ye no. Wo money soldier for the tenase. Wo mo your transition na we document number board chambers in there. Wo say ayira. I'm so soldier for the fire. Soldier for so say any one more.
Soldier for say any
one more. And the civilians so say any one more. And the Buzia say also. There is a Buzia civilians no. I don't know any answers are.
Yeah, dada.
Eh,
I'm say any one more. Soldier for so say any more. Yes so transition no. Grata no yes so any ho.
Kroyi Muslim.
And one no team. Some transition there. For just 8 days. No more we. 8 days. Now, we.
Now what make how many days?
It depends. But I think that before swearing in the ABR. No more we. But usually, we share President for time now. Rawlings, President Kufuor, transition no envy before swearing in. Professor Mills, time and so swearing in no envy. Transition envy near swearing in. I think that 2016 the contempt kakra. But one other thing, association and so was swearing in. Transition no one say. Professor Mills, time na Obano. Oma sa list we nyina wie no. President Kufuor anya daje ntimi amma list tin say. Obo kodwompeni di na kodwompeni pe dom kan ho ese o me transition no. And the very first time it was clearly defined Defense and Interior Committee. Our transition was between J.A. Kufuor and Professor John Evans Fifi Mills.
Oh, okay.
So committee na Brigadier General Nunu Mensah.
Yeah.
The name was changed from the Security Committee to the Defense and Interior and National Security Committee.
I see.
The name was changed at the committee. That is the only committee so almost report based in there. Transition team na hunda. Nje repeat it.
Obodi e so be e
ho. On the subcommittee.
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 Into more original copy no the main committee.
Original copies in there will be a
main committee report.
Maybe a SSA no there say coin there.
Subcommittee report in there.
And there spokesperson transition team or board the home body very visible. Hey, mami hanatete. Every day after transition biano obeshia updates no share central for na aboya mane we share central for no aboya mane now me fa nkwachichichi pa o mampani dada Rawlings ye to 1992 abani wie ya na esese won boye transition no PV obin Baumia papa
Onua
Alhaji Baumia PV obin nya asumu Alhaji mumuni
Sabo
Alhaji mumuni da mumuni Idrisu ona mame beti mo Idrisu hayo kwa ni kunu ti Idrisu no ha na ti Idrisu no ha enye se mo ye ntafo mame kokko no o ware bra Idrisu
so dada
eti Baumia papa mumuni Idrisu PV obin Rollins time. Papa Yofi voter region, I've forgotten the name. Victor Beho.
Victor Beho, yeah.
And then squadron leader Clem. So
yeah. No way.
Oh, we're free dada. Oh, we're free. And I feel Doa Jaho was, I think, one of the young guys that time. They were more or less young men. I don't know if I could call them. I can call them young men, but young men. And then Dr. Mrs. Mary Grant. Dr. Mrs. Mary Grant. And then Mami Sherry Aite.
Sherry Aite now.
Mami Sherry Aite.
Oh, no,
and
okay,
then,
okay. Yes.
And then, Mami Bakwa. Your friend, Mami Odedebe Nelson. I've forgotten the first name. Let me see if I can find the name. Mami Faustina Nelson.
Oh.
Yes, so they were, as a soldier for no wafa, and almost wafa. But as it happened, a year busy at time. No?
Yeah.
When we are transition reporting at Rollins and J, you'll be unkind.
Open that dijayo.
When we are transitioning in ano, we are no J document in it's more or less it is a busy idea no, right? Because we be to me unkind be. One more call transition team, one more members na no more transition team no so no. Won't you so mabon team make can wear. It is the tell say we 1996 after the elections no. Na transition said that ni ho. It was PV Obin, squadron leader Clenso, Do Ajaho, the same Mumuni, the same Baumia, and a few others. And a Bemu. That was the timer. Honorable Ama Beyiwa Do. She was I think the youngest woman amongst Wawa. Now, 1996. Wawa Kasa Omwa because Rollins na and assign and winning elections na. Eja, Omotana say, as she share Womoniama, na Bibia, fine. J. Kufuor, rather, and winning elections 2000 na I say NDC Rollins did the timber, that J. Kufuor did the timber. No. That was the timer. Yenya regional transition team.
From regional
region
to region.
Yenya region. Eti Openi former Ashanti regional minister. And Ghana's High Commissioner to USA or Canada.
Ambassador Hinejeku.
Ambassador Hinejeku. I remember one of the time Nana Kofi Dana Badla the Kofi around then. Thank you, Nana Badla. Yeah, Nana Badla. Komu Bako and then Krofobi Bakumi Unubi. J.H. Mensah. And J.H. Mensah you didn't know. This J.H. Mensah was from BA.
Okay.
Ono was also in charge of BA DNO. Then we had Nana Atwata.
Okay.
Nana Atwadazi. Kwame Atwadazi, Papa. Central region. No, so come in transition team. No. So we had PV obeying Nana Atwata, Ohinejekum, squadron leader Clenso, Kwesibotre, even though that was that. And that was the very time and so that transition, the vice president in Kahon.
Godo waja.
There be just no waja. We have to say konkasa ka ehwe na sum.
How do you so true? Say na edwade bia no we na ya boss man ka ba ta. Why just throw them wa? Ya na first
transition no. Na konkasa ka onka ho te say na ye no great transition team so Dr. Mamadou Baumia so enka ho. Then we got to a year 2016. That's a very interesting transition team. Na yedi. 2016 transition team. It was something else, and almost all of the transition members ni na no obi aso no okwa na ne buafu. No obi adwa. You know, na obia edwa because one na womo eko for transition no one wa NDC no obia ne we wasem one wa MPP no obia so ne we e wasem eti
As in within and I say when you
As in within. As in within. Na nyefe. Na nyefe. Na nyakono. But at the end of the day, no, it went very, 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 very smooth. And it was also again inaugurated by President John Dramani Mahama as Ghana Transition Act, no, a kind of pepe, the Oshe Samrena na SMPN for na keka no mukwa na fe bibi atimi ekoso. And I remember that time Julius Debra, Chief of Staff, Marietta Brew, Apia Opon, Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Setekwe, who was in charge of Setekwe was finance, yes, sir. Yeah, and then Prosper Bani, who was a Minister for Interior, Dr. Benjamin Kumbo for Defense. And this repeated itself because during J. Kufuor and Professor Mills' time, we had the Defense, Interior, and National Security Committee. So that one was also chaired by Dr. Kumbo. And then we had Hannah Tete for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Alhaji Collins Dauda was there for Local Government and Rural Development. And then Yao Safumafo, representative of the President-elect. And then Mami Frima Osei
Opare. Without any portfolio, or in the name, sir, or representative of the
President-elect. And that's what they call portfolio. No, that's what they call the co-chair. But Danado decided that time to designate him as the representative of the President-elect, and he ended up becoming the senior minister. Can you imagine? Senior minister. Okay. And then you had Frima Opare, who then became the Chief of Staff. Mami Gloria Akufu, who was responsible for, your friend is saying, legal affairs, and then Ken Oforiatta, he was a member responsible for finance, and he became finance minister. So if you look at Oshe transition team, you can name the possible positions each of them can hold.
Are likely to.
Yeah, Ambrose Derry was responsible for interior. He became interior minister. Dominic Nitiwu, responsible for defense, he became defense minister. Yeah, sure, became defense minister, and then all the others, and he went blah 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 blah. I remember Ajia Alima Mahama also was there, and then and all the others. So I think that Oshe and they didn't cry why this year.
From which side? NDC and
from both sides. Frima
yeah, Frima.
So this is Frima's second time or call a transition. So I said this is the second time.
Julius Debra.
Or Julius Debra, this is the second time. And also eco transition. So see, experienced people and eco Kushiano. But I am
yeah.
He was part of a committee.
The second one is
second one, but I'm sure this transition team, I can do a forecast and tell you, say, that transition team way, Emundo da.
Obi antwi mobia.
Obi antwi mobia. Obi enu obetwa mobia. It's this year. Danado Abomami Akosua Frima Opare din, Chief of Staff. Godfrey Dami, Attorney, Osechi Minsabos, Minister responsible for Presidential Affairs,
Parliamentary Affairs,
Finance Minister.
In charge on the transition. He'll be in charge of Presidential Affairs.
Okay.
Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, Finance and Dominic Nitiwu second time for Defense. Shelley Ayokoboche. For Foreign Affairs second time, and then Martin and J. Kosa, Local Government, and then Kandapa responsible for National Security. And additionally, Dr. Evans Agri Dakwa, Head of Civil Service, Nana Ato Ata, Head of Local Government Service, and then Ambassador Mercy Debra Karkari, Secretary to the Cabinet, and then Mr. Edward Asumani, National Security Coordinator. Eti Wamona Echo. And then I think NDC the other quad day.
NDC also 10.
Over 10.
Plus Duajaho 11.
So that's it. And transition nankasano ye kasa transition team umejumani say.
Naka baby sawo. Baby sawo. Me mom the question maybe sawo and say why the transition team?
Transition because say yentimi sorry ase nanado in free Jubilee House. Na onko.
How did you?
There be data a transition wo ho say. Say CAI te hey. Say ohini bi di ade na yetu na kodwa so a wo ya account into transition enye bibia ya account ubu nkonta
be hand over
na transition ya kontabuo
okay
e was sector bia
our sector bia eti ebe kwa omeye education ebe ye ka wo de eniema wo matoto eniema ayira eniema abamu de afaha de ayesei sa niema ni nyina no mate wo ho ase
including all sectors maybe ebe fa bia
transition so yes we don't transfer
members ni nyina
you don't lie
and omo ba be wa mo na
we intro our transition because so we didn't try you are misleading the entire nation who could intro wa we transfer say o maimu ni nyina nti ssss no me mo say na nado wa ma kenofori town ko bi
o say
you go better abufo beba
esa kana na do ma kenofori ata okobi
abufo beba
so because I mean
they are sharing kono
oba yo mo besia oba yo raise bonds obi be kase o den san krata na wo ministry ho da dabi enipa ba ko pe e wo asase so nyina Ghana your bonds are raising ye no kwato 85%. Sani pa ba kono o ekenu furata adamfo.
Wani.
Bonds now you raising ye 13.5 billion US dollars nina. One person bought 85%. That person Oibruni, he is Kenufurata's friend. So I mean Adam so I mean why no. He cannot answer these questions. And I am very sure, very sure, sir, current majority leader, if I say, I took it, forcing, Obebusa, African Markets Mayor, or your minority leader, upon Shipu. Or your minority leader, African Markets, your minority leader, and come Supreme Court judges, who may be open, no one said will be a better name. Or your minority leader.
Now, it drew near the now who ko bon asem we to be fro catch say opana brother be you ho no can be remove your mouth o try sir
well transition there any court
but say
only the powers of any court
so why a minister pay into anya kra o dey bra can be remove your mouth
well that would be at an extreme case because one year
can they all where can bola so cra so cra be friend
point because to say I mean Papa, Minister of Finance. Say do the so on their papers, the okoto ye do akin kan or they come transition. Anti dia de ne ba no afre bracken ana.
Ebedo.
Hey. So to my dear.
Oh, that be on to me come baby. On to me come baby. It's said I didn't tell no, but I mean I think that as a second another ma Papa no Kobi. Anka be de pa but wamana Kobi. Wamana Kobi. And a hard drink kakra no. Nanka wama nipada Kobi. Kabede but unfortunately, Wankobi, see, and so this is something little I know about transition.
But so the transition team, how much me say charge?
Oh no.
Or they only give a fair account and report of.
They judge or take documents, take information, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's all.
After handing over, after swearing in of the president, it's exit.
So Omubibia to we are. I mean, ends there. Omutumiasa.
Okay.
Omutumi.
Nti ehoro na say president TBBA say no afro say Jack, ona na wa ha nti brabe yi ho ano. Ehoro the president say ah.
Oh, I know they say.
As you pen ntem ye na nkochina 7 January.
Ah, JB. Are.
O say
Obi awere.
Obi anya me hwe, ba so obi aso tumi obi hwe. But obi ayo obi bibi.
Ah.
Ne ete say. Ya paiso Krono adoso yetimi nche kronfo bia. Afi pese ya che kronfo. Ebe ka wati ase. Krono adoso yetimi nche kronfo bia nti afi pese ya che kronfo. Ne ma kronfo no ho kire no ne ehu say yes kronfo ya che na mpa. Tane ya che atayi no. Aya ka say atayi akobo krono nti ya che ne ntum no. Saa ne pese ya che kronfo Ghana ha no say amanyofo mo ya kronfo. And you who na say share baby you free all that say share baby so ya ko bokro da o na ye de aka ode ho comfort ne ya de odi aka ho say comfort ya bia na say se wa nya kwa na edudi aka ho comfort ya se wa what dey say honorable comfort
na na kura say omuko shia na no amu na like
I was Nana do na bu afu no ba ebufu no de ba na nye won obishia.
Oh, okay.
The reason number 1 is oseba omia am bona man say oko consider defeat
na ono oko contest
there be and the answer to say you say in year no a braba omia de man na do ne say you on a call contest no.
Hey.
And nana do call contest. And na JB kano.
Yes, I saw 2 man.
Na that's why correct answer. What call contest?
Well, that's what man sound.
There be one man sound. No say. Oh no na call the contest na. Ade no baby eduro no. What do you say? Easy penny ba ko na frɛ ba o mi am catch up ade no enkoyi. It is a enter me catch up. I continuously and I kept saying, say, easy catch them someone can results no more because you need easy for you and a woman here way so. If you do you need easy and a good so. Into the easy won't be other main no. Into that easy case then san can everyone because who actually called Baomia's team and told them say 4 hours after the elections they got to know Sadiano.
And yeah,
sure. Just 4 hours. Because when him political parties now no more Krumhansis and the two leading political parties, NPP and the NDC, no. 1992 no be any coalition center.
Yeah, sure.
They were relying on
the EC.
On the EC, Reverend Minister.
Okay, that's the Reverend Minister, yes, sure.
Then 1996 it was Afarijan.
Yeah.
And Afarijan will not allow you.
Ono de oja kwese chiro na so ko
chiro
bra.
Oja no body dot.
Asa ja yo ba be kafu achiro buta.
Commissioners, get up. Let's go. Leave these foolish people here.
Be kafu achiro buta no fa ho.
Elections are won at the polling station. We don't tell who wins at the polling station. What they bring us here is what we put together for them. No one can say no call. So then in 2000, you remember Jake Obechevilamte came out to declare the results 12 hours before EC. Odi omanim kai. Enti Jake na no one year he. I tell you that Rollins in ya Obeche no more pe Jake Obechevilamte. Kodom twenty ase omui osafuma for.
We be ba o.
Na na do wo ho.
Before so beto aso no. Sa transition team no can it be possible somebody telecasted it live or TV?
Oh, it is not always live. They can't do that because some of the things, borders of the security.
They
of
do
the
a new
country.
form of function.
Some people with him.
General.
They are not they know.
I can tell you, sir, the anymore want to just 10% out of 100.
Yeah, but General, Parliament say, for instance, about the security budget, I'm negotiating.
But I'm not wanting.
I'm not wanting. But other matters,
to say,
it means telecasted live. I will be a gun and be a baby.
Debbie,
it is what I say.
Penisa.
Oh, Penisa say.
It's our opinion. Miss Home opinion.
Debbie, but what our Penisa, eh, got up with
Penisa, but I'm assuming Penisa.
Because I feel never says Supreme Court graphics near telecasted live. But they say the never says. But
we part, dear.
It's about life.
Mocha transition as a mean patch of idea, ma'am. Say, don't cry there.
Oh, yeah, press conference.
Ready and go.
I say, who election one year careful, maybe he will say, but any. And we know I am not done, Preno. As our bottom.
Share.
Election for with Trima on.
Oh, no, dear, suspend the transition team. I'll go with your
elections far with Trima.
Obi was as I then Ghana and this is there.
Sir, transition elections will lose sooner for Trima.
I feel they're about life every day.
Nah, so, I mean, that's it.
Life.
The $13 billion bonds, no. Baako for 80%. Yes.
That is a bond I didn't know idea.
Exactly. It is say Ghana. Who cut $13 billion. 80% of $13 billion no contact crow. It's one person can hold this country to ransom. Just one individual.
Can get a second for you.
Yes, nipa ba ko betu afa pen nipa. Actual letter akọ World Bank, IMF, here ye creditors now say ye sika ye de no $13 billion bonds na ye raise ye no. Emu 80% eyo no na Ghana de saka no ntua. So a single individual a single individual bet mama Ghana crash it down. Bah. That is why I'm saying that. I mean, on to me in something in our transition.
And that is the more reason why you see man in your life.
There been to Yamakan for Yatanko.
Oh, Beba, can't remember.
Oh, uncle.
What's it?
Oh, by now, may I sure say over 2 crime Tuesday.
Oh, Quasova. I know Kwaku.
May I sure say can't be 2 crime Tuesday.
Maybe I got to do. I just I don't grow. I'm running a couple. Oh, hey! Who be there? They be money. I'm trying.
So terrible, sir. Kwaya ya faswa. Ya enhweham nkrofo ya say o man na mafia. Terrible.
And he now is under the watch of this old man.
Yes, terrible.
Nana de okofia obenu no ho nya. Ah! Decisions be
terrible. And me didn't 7 January we are
now. The 7 January, 7 January back only how. What see?
Now you hold your Pakwisi your person committee no. Pakwisi asthma.
Oh,
be in charge of health.
Oh, yeah. On a pombre desire or go help.
Say broken heart for committee. Just
press.
Me say committee for we are more called the transition team way. NDC side, no. We need a only transition committee or more brepa. Because MPP committee in want you to be control. No, you see, they are having the document, but they don't have it.
But there are honest individual in the NDC MPP transition team.
Where?
Chairman Sabosu.
Chairman Sabosu, you the member no can want some. What you mean? Go free more parade here.
And America, so there are
presidential affairs and one of Becca.
Yes.
Edu finance. On to be because there's a lead person.
But you also have the opportunity and the luxury of time for a 4-year period.
Oh no! Some catches will make trouble, but they will come
beyond
back to
everything. Beyond everything. It is
yeah,
Baba refers to the transition team. Now we try and draw the chair because you sworn an oath. So we protect it, no preserve the image of our country and also speak the truth. That's what to me. Yes, I did that. They do all the more. Oh, not there. I get somebody I could crack a home after your market.
Okay,
somebody like how.
Okay.
I am hard. So that's it. I mean, and you know,
Babisro, you in a model, near advocate, Minister hopes in the mayor, say, I feel a transition to the man in your life. You do security, that's what we say about TV or Munyai, or from a TV show. Agreed. But other sectors of the economy there. Oh, your economy there. Presidency there. Office of the President machinery in the for budget in the American and never mind, and they should bring it to bear. Even before. So, Bahama take you over. Everything, most of it is televised.
We better how Baumia will relate to Nanado on the 7th of January.
Uncle, you're marking on the wall. Baumia will never go for that integration.
Oh, wait, I'm no better Tunchia.
But
Baumia. Nabo Sakura.
Dabi Sakura, the other Sakura, that old Sakura yede. We were a transplant.
Naked. Now where did they?
What the down beg that TV so near and I know a day.
Now we are transplant. General, me say your market, your family so
the wife man in Tenefi.
General, me say what the fancy baby and so can.
No,
for whatever reason, a do how there will be a reason why he will not go. Okay, see it.
Yes, say Uncle Paul say I did.
So for because Mahama when you should not sorry.
Then they met me action.
And so who says here Baumia so
say a minimum so a minimum
so.
And then
what do you mean in terms of much so TV so and
maybe they be so beko.
Maybe so uncle.
Oh, beko.
Just what in Yeska.
I think sir I Baumia ya and I had another ya. It is our woman no one I had a young body.
Nana I Baumia one. Ah, do there any?
Why nay?
Oh.
Baumia defend their bane. Dollar cost for Baumia defend.
Why you near my yanka?
Why you near me here?
Nanado, I share near my yanka Baumia.
I concasa come my history.
They come.
Oh, James. Ojaho. Oh, boy, the baby.
Hey, but that is supposed to be a for move.
Dentina, Baumia, say if indeed Nanado Eye Bibia won't pa or that's not as vice president. I don't know the Indiana. And then even when Unya advice from the wife, so Unyai and to home. So well feel. There be another Yare Koba and command poison and Kumukuno. I know they are not. They can't crack a hobby car 2016. I demand official vehicle out Timu Crado. That's an near repair. I mean, Mutu crowd say, Mutu Yedma. It's a young call, say, another press conference. Another press say, Mananado inaugurate. Oyana. There be a young falter.
Or Casasa or wine.
Or Casasa or majority chief whip.
Or Hepe day.
Or Hepe ma.
Okay.
Any election will lose you. And if you lose election that. So we'll lose election that.
And I'm going to get you or you okay. Now I'm not okay.
MPP for 17 now more peba kuma na do succeed J for be flag bearer no. Some catch us and go go. Start says some mo no to sabon se papa pe no we tell no say Because I be a no father before. Oh yes. No, I'm saying I say. Is that all?
But how they come before I say?
Me no. When you're 12, who's right?
Tomatoes.
I'm not tomatoes. I say, no. Why we kind? I say we kind.
Be sure that come.
Well, they could see elections lose in the any part also will lose election. Onyaku could drop out and say, we'll lose election. AJ Kufo. Me one can mean Shadambe Obiada. 1996. He took it normal. Very normal. Because that their chair in the birthday. So we're also preparing for the birthday. Also, December 7th. 8th, every one birthday.
Oh!
Auntie. And no,
about Yahano.
Oh, now you're sure, say. Hey! I'll say, Obia to Abaya, what 2 years. Maybe they may Cassava to Mahama. It's when we do what I had the man, and I may bear one of who John won't feel. Number the man, number coy. Now, but I had 2 years this year. Electoral Commission, yes, I'm from Sonibium. What was say? In penny for what 2 years now. To saw him be a Mihunu Kumase. Also, I didn't know what to know as so far. Joe trip paper the back. Maybe since I said, Jokutono. And as I want to feel you was what? It's a problem penny for 2 years now. Young baby on top and going.
Oh, to one opportunity to watch you. No,
I would to polling agents you win him. A person said, wow, and I want. Because I'm a but Nippon was a captain, so the baby of a chocolate. I was over there, some trauma, John, and Malcolm Baby. Nah, cheddar, oh, cheddar to my mamma. And it's maybe a quiet. Yes, a cheddar to my baby. No, they don't talk about me. Shady, paper, course, say, money down, 50 or share. No, my grandma was a son of a by Zechin Bono. Hey, cheddar. How can you get a bono? I want to oh, what's wrong, Mahama? Eh, I'm sure so to Mahama. Or rather, the move for the whole. That's another to about Mahama. Because we had the way and the paper no cost no.
Catch them.
Can the casino be empty?
Say, down the paper near the Mawa. Say, Bamba catch them. Who will be out? Sad, let me say. If you are also paper, no more to say. Na base na prepare. Omo bu ni sei. Na omo sai ebu sei. Na omo de amount. Eti se ubie mu a baby aye bubu no. E ho na John so da ntimfimfi no. Wo so panada ho. Enti ubie mu a John e.
Mahama ni.
Ko ka de efiri so na eba. Uhu obia. Number 8 ni chiri ye no na.
Ubie ya. No mo say.
Adie.
Ene da ho no eti mpanifo na ekoto ma Mahama ne yeda mase yehu se de moto no ade no nya hu se afro kosoro a na cha se yeto akọ 8 hu se saneten wada ho a na se ekọ number 1 ba mini MP bi a oye MP oto ma akua no nko na oto ma no wane ho
me ba bro
oto se no I agredo go dey na rejected by me say next year easy mumbie blank crofo bebre emra presidential ballot so yenga be 20 and then we hu be better
we are there e be de bruta okroma ha hello motedi yen fa another pre why press conference ono tu na na adofo the onye e wo transition
to equity must come with clean hands. So the transition process should be halted. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo should halt the transition process. And John Dramani Mahama, President-elect, must show same equity, must speak to his people, and we must ensure that all the other outstanding seats are declared duly by the EC before the transition process goes on. Because we are convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that the preoccupation and the negative mindset of the NDC is to be able to steal seats in addition to seats that they've won, so that eventually they can get the 2/3 and then Parliament becomes a rubber stamp and they will do whatever they want to do. I know my seat in Salma region is a targeted seat for very obvious reasons. But residents of Insaum have spoken. Look, even if it is one vote, I will beat them to it. At this point, let me thank our party rank and file who have stood toe to toe with us, especially on the way of the night of the compilation of the results. You stood by me. I cannot be more grateful. That says that you can protect yourself. This is called self-defense. We must all be in that procession to defend ourselves. Yes. Nobody should allow anybody to vent violence on us and to continuously perpetuate violence. We must continuously defend ourselves. Baby,
Baby, I'm fine. Number one, I'm not done pray. But to say, tablespoon, I had a century, a good spoon.
Let's say.
Or to say tablespoon, tablespoon, I had a century. They are to a good spoon.
I get that.
Separation with that.
And it's just own blue baby. To advise Nana to say all today. This guy, what? Hey, are you crazy? 2020, the Kunipa 8. Nana do Holte.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Internal transition, Nana. Okay. What is he sitting in the comfort of his maggot-infested conference room to spew this rubbish to the people of this country? Why we? Yeah? We have. What do we do? Why we? See, and Tassin. Oh, say. So we have a man when you're ready. What was What was now? Okay, Frewa. I don't know. I don't guess never bought you. I don't know.
Open up,
first message number. Hello, my dear.
Hello, Papa.
Please, where are you?
Ediasem.
Now, who said, bet 3 days, won't you parent car? Nah,
Asama Befie. Abba! Where am I in the front?
Hello, Mama. What's that?
I'm walking back.
When you're here, no one a call next to you. And then, no one can be. Baby, Pacho, baby, I would rather away. Say, Annie, baby, I said, my chance, na me say be banso, my ya Emma, then Emma, oh, and I don't know Nananka, na me expect to say, Beba, my ya say Emma, Madame Fubi say, a drink be vinyard, my Emma room.
Pick out one sack or some
Lydia has a crowd to me and you. Lydia got
no, Odo na your boss will catch or no catch yourself on your man. Now, when you're ready, when is it cheese? And you mean, actually, I'm not on present, that's it, that's actually. But your mom, baby, or one. So, what you are. madam ukunu boanu na betimi afa de tirim MPP ni bie MPP fam bako na wa dwen mu no eyo mo so melusu election no but 98%.
So bit KTR one. Amadi Chumuda. Is there? Omezo talo odaso tetole so. Ompie.
KTR one. Yes, so that's the reason.
Head America no.
Ye ma hwe sa. KTR one ya no ne. Ontimi sorry.
Eda wa da fu brekuduka.
Oh, there be on there.
Odaso da hospital.
Na ni ya. Na ni asinu so nyina sa.
Yeah, rather ya go for grower.
Oh, rather.
Asie do.
Eti Abra Asebu Kwamankase constituency NDC parliamentary candidate Felix Kwache Ofusu akabibia for transition team no ho yemfasa akasa no na fe yeba na JB ene Efia ene Ivan ene menu penny hopes na do ye betina se
na bacho now over
na so na ye host
David
o na ye host and
if you have by un kasa
David mame ko serve mo chiro na me yo ba
at this point in time
at this point in time no
tago be sorry na ka me mani mi
any tago
When they sound care.
wa mu table so na me penny chen mu nyina
papa ni be papa ni be
again
papa ni be
na me senior
papa first na be
na me senior
first na be
atama wa musa make us one person beti
yes we ka beti
na me junior yo oba nti mame nko na
junior dey ye grooming a way a proper insubordination we uko election akore then amoye
play am foforo
eti ba Hopsy and innocent and Efia.
Maybe say innocent backstage say nipa na nyame
no call Jim no
waba na no so o Jimmy for 21 days o sheku for no kuno
never see ya.
We are ahead of them.
Na say no me just a most central for committee. Obetie no na nipa ahanum bi ana ahead no bi ye form adwuma mu ba bi Bank of Ghana GRA na ye form adwuma mu e wo sumase obehwe na eye Minister of Interior fa police for immigration for wo sumase obetie na aban numako bi etue sika do so pro bi e di medumako bi a ye ni sumase a ye hu kwan ya ekọ ne tie ne sese abato ekoso sei na aban sesa ba ejidi se e wose aban a ebe konwa so no dwumedie titru bia a ekoso si a no mu bi se ne be ya no kredie ne pepe ye no nkuntabuo betumi aye adwuma asema making eye 2016 yeto abawie ya saa aban sesa ko a ya ti bia ne ya ti bi no oru asafomafo na odina wa ma MPP no atwere kata e de koma aban ya te so ne se dwumedie bi e be koso ati sase ye fe ne pe adwuma ana se ye tue sika pudo bi dia ma obi no e wose aban a ebe konwa so no omaso ti no mu ditum ansa na akoso intina ye wanwa bebre se dwumedi ete sa no ekoso e wa abra NDC afa e wo sa ba so nko eso no ye nti ho hwe na e ha adwene bebre isa na akoye se sumase dwedie bi sa no nti NDC mpenifo e wo ko no so na ditu twa se ye ne yin sa ne ma ekoso no isa se nipa ye form no e ya banya e be konwa so na ese ti omoka enu echi no e ye nipa abanya be konwa so na ni o me ye adwuma se mo ntumi nkɔfa nipa amrem se me ne omonye adwuma wa abra minimum mo ana mente ho hwe ntumi nka se me nkotu esika bi wa abra nipa mi tu esika na ma ne minimum hyehyɛ ne kitawodi a woni no me ne ka se yate se ECG sika be ye 240 million Ghana cedis omutu ya madwumako bi a enye adwumako a enu ye nyina mahoden a bɛka se ne ye hia ne nim ye nti omuntu a mudi nsa woso bi a ye sika ɛdɔso a ɛyɛ aban fotum ne be fiaba ena saa sudie no ba beda abanya ebe konwa so no eso ne saa ne ntina wo se abanya eba no ehunu mu bi nti ye se saa siketua ne nipa mo fa mo no amo twetwe so asa efiada a ebe ye be hie bi ye hia a ye be di hu nkomo omo pa eye basonko a emre mu no e wo se omo hia no mo dwendwen kwan a abanya efiri dwa so no e de o man ne be hye abanya eba idwaso no nsa nti omo pasa ba sonko no ahontoma na enu echi no ba sonko no hyase edi dwuma dwuma mu di kan di ye ne se na e wo se omoti eku ahodo a ombehwe ensem ahodo e wo ho a efa saa abansese yi ho eku edi kan no eno na behwe eye soya ese soya o mampani foforo no e wo January 7th 2025 nti saa ko no yate a omasha ase a omo ye adwuma se ne be ya saa da ne be so no na ya ahobo a esefata se omampani betumi afu konya no eku etoso no na eyeku a ehwe aban enkrabata nyina hyehyɛ wo ho sanse me ka sei ewo se aban a efi duda so no eden krata ene yapade a eyo ma ne dia ne hyɛ aban a eba ne nsa no so wohia se eku no betena se no masese se yapade no no mahwe nkrata ene adansede ne niam ahodo a ewo se omoma aban a eba ekonwa so no ensaka ntomo so no ahyase ena ye woko ba ko so eno so no ehwe omampani ahyeeye ho hyehyeye nti saa ekuo miensen ena ene ye pawo ya ya de dwumedi ati saa no ahye omo sa nti omo asase omo be ye adwuma eye efiada ye be ena eye transition team ana ba so nko a ehwe abansesa eno omo ye omo hye mu etoso mienu na emse saa hye mu no ebe ma ne ma dodo na adadi na ye ho anamonto ahodo asi etu se ne be ya saa abansesa no ebe wie peye.
In a fast-paced daily life, we all need to breathe a little. Day by Day Women's Skincare enhances your skin with long-lasting effects thanks to their active cosmetic ingredients. It is time for yourself. Discover the new Day by Day Women Body Lotion range.
Pack you back na yen kwajiani. Yeni PM Travel and Tour Agency. Your champion tour organizers neko. Ye kwajiani was Singapore. Ni atiasi wo Dubai ko Burj Khalifa 31st night. Asa ko di dinner our desert niso. Every 26 December kosi 3 January. What ticket? Dubai visa. Baby awu beda. Anopani enyumre duane. Eni miami awu beko nyina ye $4,990. You have 50% for booking space. Next year diaka na ansa na yako. Registration nyina bebe ye 20th December. Any time they say Yakoba, Yabemo free assistance for Euro Paris visit visa application. And Shaya Kakrada. And Tiawari for Ankonam, Ejimaya for any of BM Ramayanko. And Shemu be afraid 0509 404 627 and 0303 943 257. PM Travel and Tour Agency, Dubai and Singapore. December way, Uber Filisa.
Yes, baby.
Honey, men wash you away. Men to take away our back.
He's eating out again. Nancy, me trying tasting kuyi. Tasty Tom. Add the new seasoning powders about chicken, stew, jollof, shrimp, beef. The way it enhances the natural aroma.
Tasty Tom, dear. I trust them.
And there is no staining of fish, meat, or chicken.
Why can you go just sharp? Made me also.
Tasty Tom seasoning powder. Ooh.
New aroma.
New taste from Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Maybe I'm not anyway.
Tasty Tom new seasoning powder. Flavor and taste. This advert is FDA approved.
If you're not sitting there, show I don't know. Why had it?
Yeah, if you be testing you.
Yeah. I mean, if you be testing.
If you be testing, what come on? Yeah, man, say.
Baby, and Papa will be a lady and will be a woman.
Hey, a Biblia Munsa, Onuma, Uti Enumra, and Habayan Casa. A Fiabites, made in Ghana by Udem Company Limited.
Numniansem and Toma Nipa unim fear doom watching, and Sese a pen for no.
FDA ajiagadi nkratwe atoyi.
December. 25th December. Oh, Sacro, Maya Rediana. Oh, Sacro, Mehu Apeti. Lodgy Entertainment, any Ratchet Park. I did the biggest show ever, bro. To the event of the year. Wait, Nedikakra. I shock you on. Yeah, Daddy Ahonfe. A man in a quadro. Your legend. Daddy Lumba. Daddy Bayens and Chenu stage in a sweaty mad. I know no Kwan. Black Sheriff. Kofi Kinata. Wendy Shea. Fabia. Kim Paluta. And Minium to Fobe Brebe. So just imagine, said the creme de la creme. Go one stage is so performing. What? When you be there, 25th December, you need to Ratchet Park. A honey boss so 7 p.m. sharp. Medina start. You ticket and now table to see ya. Another star 714 star 003 star 4 hash. 0506 677 742 and now 0244 602 800. Event of the year Jubadi. Omo Masu Asnia musically yours and a Logi travel and tours. Catch you when you no can't Adiana pick.
Monso Muteche Wahu Abraya di Onua Semtiche Ebro. The Trasem Eban Quemo. Yadin Semno Esumo Pepe yeso. Any to me dear so. Cabnenya Messem, and then Nadaya Pareho. Don't worry about Wabrodin Simiani for neck Kakoma Esomo. A droda copy me fiata. Prem to bre a Onua TV so. Onua Semtiche. One sem. Watching. Onua Semtiche. Droda copy me fiata. Prem to bre a Onua TV so.
Onua TV. Ye Juno Hopa.
For season 2, Jimmy Eba Besomo, and Mofreya Bobo Muye Palmosha say, I yet now to be an umber me in Yaje, and will ye fear mu. And not to Kaya home, Quesiada and Quesidibia, 4 p.m. And we're on near TV, so I bring a Kudenia for season 2 no, Eba Somo, Ocean now Tomabo for Dawakomaso, dial star 713 star 15 hash, Netumabo Fabian and what more, as so when you are can see more. I Kudenian Safo, yes, in him dear, and they are do much a dear.
Akwadenya Safo, yene kwesiada bia 4 p.m. Onua TV so.
Onua TV. Ye Juno Hopa.
I was here from Nana Yao JB. It's all about bang 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 bang. Maybe a year is my family at the bro. I will connect 97.1 FM from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. The BI Chicha and Kasade entertainment no your friend no information will be asking and the information be Hana Obetin Kane. I first so can say yeah the celebrity Wednesday at the bro Wednesdays be our this show and no yeah feature be what did I will do to na show so live. I first so can say I feel so Chicha I will do so and we see kunya ebokunya na issue abeda board no itimi a discuss na obi aso enya pan afre akire ma den. Can be also say Fridays rap. It's all about rap. Freestyle Friday on Connect 97.1 FM. Ejuma family so. If I show Ushamia, bang 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 bang.
Wo bibia person wo fo apomode na ensem ho ana wote wa ya na wadwen ya ontantanta wonya ya anka wenya nimdia wodo na de abontuma no na wapomodin akwantu wotimi etu ne ye tina sinya abotre wait no Onua TV de Onua Dr. Babesomo ebusua ye ne adokotafo nursefo enimdifo abana pomodin ho nsem a wakodare mu ebi oso wana yade bi ahwe won so wako enya otie didi mu wona obo abeche ne wanya bi e de aba okotodwemu ye ba montin so ye busase owo asem bi sebia na ana wadwentwe bi ye no bedi nkomo no watimi da todwa ama mansan atibi ye wa lifestyle segment odwumede so ni nyina ebo ano na wapomodin na kwentru watu ni ye Onua Doctor de yese wapomodin eni wahunya na nim so Onua TV de ye die ye dwene wo ho pa Onua Doctor enche bia eba so ewo Onua TV so
Onua TV yɛdwene ho paa.
All right, so we are back live LODN TV. So that me do ka say yes, pay for it na say that I best to also edi komo had mo say earlier this evening and transition team led by Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana and the President-elect John Dramani Mahama arranged Atoraze Nana to Kwame Oyadie the second, and then the Vice Ekoye, and then the other members of the transition team, no Ekokushiaye, a official inaugural ceremony, a very short and brief inaugural ceremony. And the Umbabe started from now on. Ede kwa kopim say officially Umbe hand it over. Ede ama John Dramani Mahama after the swearing-in ceremony. Iti enema bebre and I started say kokoso. But another important notice, Mr. Mo munya botrenda mo hwe bibi na muntie ne ye pa. Aban ka ye de ma o se fa ye aban adwuma. Within 4 years time aso. So pese ofa aban ka go through the legal process under the right channel na koko secure aban ka no so beto anu ato ebe auction no ato mewia uwia ne ye chewa ebia na wo de uti anye ye ne afo akọ police station ebia boys betumi asho ati wo wuram hono ma de mo sake count ayo ne enyi so mo de ye o go through the normal procedure and the normal process na fi koko secure aban ka no period anya sa ho betumi achiro because aban Japan de was ati wia eniema na kese mo de ko grouse mo de ye adwuma no afre na mo yi niema na pie na mo so niema na free warehouse de akobu fie mo de koye den fertilizers ahodo afre na mo de kasa besi won mo so fertilizers ni na de free won mo you see these are some unpardonable niema anything ka mo ye o maban mu kra. You've done it, but you should also know say the Ghanaian people are not fools. Ye na ye ni tria emra e wo hono mo a eno bedi aban cars enye mo cars yesre mo ye mo share so fama ye. Now in the coming days there are a tall list of ekwofo astarte elutu nema ewiewia nema anye kra no wase no de kwakosi ba bi e kakra no akokofa yenimni na strategy ni yenimni na munya botre na we will name and shame all these people and they will be brought to books in the coming days. Minia Ivan Innocent ewo hado mo say ona ye hoho ewo hado mo say awaba na me bisa ne say nyame kura obedi Akufo-Addo achi na obeye ne oye no wakojima ba o say there be 21 days jafe na nyame kobo aba aba bia mo kodie
unu nyame adom
eda be bra payini hopes that do yeso so ewo hado mo say a ya betu anu akobo no so and of course other related issues ewo ha rapper yakwaba
yeah
bibia mo kodie
nyango podi adome
and as usual if you go so hado mo say a ye ne yetimu dada enti ya betu akobo no so ewo hado mo say Ivan, I'm starting through one more enough. Yenin Kobo about the transition team, both political parties. John Dramani Mahama, the 10-member transition team, and led by Julius Debra, and we already do Ajaho and the Tattoo as an advisory as an advisor, and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo so then the Aba, and then they've gone through a smooth inaugural exercise. Surprisingly, the Vice President of the Republic, flag bearer of the NPP, went to Myanmar, and people have started raising concerns about it. Ebinum say we jabruta. Diminim nyobeka.
They can mention na mention what here for na. We say numeracy intensia.
Aye.
You share numeracy and at the forefront. I think the transition team, the transition process na nyangwa. you go through series of times. I think Ghana need be a follow biano. Unim say nya nene yesha. But 2012 and I legal backing. I think the Transition Act coming to where a give you certain legal framework be a regularize how as a transition there, because first and then I'm saying those guidelines in the you don't see any structured way be idea no, but coming into force the act no it give you certain guidelines and why I first no, and I think says I where why first both sides in the teaming show readiness transition no course no I think say and score Ghana for your democracy there be a can say when it comes to your democracy your credential in Africa are very high despite the internal your friends saying misunderstanding sometimes wrangling during the elections and as a form the two sides quickly have been able to come together and I think the process no a cement your democracy your can no to go a long way to consolidate our democratic credentials but surprisingly vice president not being there and I'm not sure say it's any big issue because vice president anywhere president Akufo-Addo and I think on the president and the vice president will go through campaign. I don't know what actually happened but I think you need to raise any big thing about it but another issue in the say all your press conference I catch the president Akufo-Addo say on stopping the transition your friend is saying process. My question is on whose behalf and that particular press conference now say or your minister or your friend is saying
majority chief whip
exactly in parliament
yes
or access to President Akufo-Addo. So offer a transition process na cost no enkoye and now 1 or 2 be enkoye nothing stops him from so phone after President Akufo-Addo can stopping the transition process. So my question is on whose behalf and or that particular press conference is it MPP as a political party Baumia and as a wine? I think that there is no reasonable basis for what he did and I think that gentleman should be very careful because you see characters like or not the type no and man young people lose hope in their politics because quite recently Obekaya he was trending for very terrible reason. Obekaya with his galamsey infamous comments we could make yes and so no yes that was absolute childish commenter. You didn't expect it from such a person or your minority whipper. A man for free say well go through the process parliament in the democracy no nimu there. Certain wit and intelligence will come to bear. But Sansemen Okokai no give Ghana for a different picture. And today for him to do what he's doing, I think a cemented the fact that I can say a lot of people are getting access into the mainstream politics. Not that Omu deserve it, but because you see, we have monetized the entire political space to the stand say any cheap mind be out access to money can easily manipulate his way and get in because we have monetized the system, the entire political system there is the only thing we hear is once you have the money you can get through. So at the end of the day we may end up enlisting people who do not have what it takes to fix the problems. That is why even at the topmost level of power, like people like him, consistently, when they act here, the poverty of intellect these people live in their wake, will make you say wow, NT or no see a penny with your mind so ubekum no a penny, and I think that's very unfortunate. Process na ya go through I think Ghana for a go through Nema Asi and when I make catch say Abatoɔ na Ghana for koto and yet so much about the NDC winning power. It was some kind of a revolution without a gun because I all had the Akosu Okromha, the arrogance of power, the impunity, the treachery being unleashed on people as Sebi or money abuying enye. Now too when you share the economic your friends mess President Akufo-Addo and the family are creating a general air core. Now we are Ghana ni so won't fine you can make it a passing comment but very in-depth knowledge about the current state of Ghana's economy. Now we name the trajectory of Ghana namsu sesi JB. What's why we read is the reason why yesterday make us say President Akufo-Addo kotina no folded the arms no where the journey 8 years ago as a president and the mess that he has created. not one kasa mess, you know, he created them personally. But because our language the power and the sacred responsibility to ensure, say, obe standing up to the occasion, not individuals not the two me more, no, obe hold are more accountable and responsible, no, and na kofa we nyina buy. For instance, we got to a time where people in MPP or no one kasa the political party while asking, say, we've had enough of Kendo Forata. So whatever it takes to get the guy out. The president was against the entire party. He didn't listen to anybody. And indeed, this is a gentleman, Sabi. And consistently he was borrowing. Look at our debt, your debt portfolio in this particular country. Nipa, to the extent, say, after COVID, Ghana is the first country after Zambia to declare bankrupt. Suspended your external debt obligation to our creditors internally. In the history of this country, say Ghana for Mudo Musika Boa buying Bosia, a buying back say we need to restructure. And now you restructure, it will come back to us. And then can yet was said and obi mama nebetua and obi papa nebetua. Eguyanso as a people, you understand? So these are some of the mess I can was there is no way Ghana can step out there say a because credit score by now what they call a junk and you know and because we have lost credibility because we've gotten to a point where we are out there begging people some fire can in that kind of stuff. This is Ghana. Pride but the mess created by few individuals in the name of Ghana no president we have the free room president so at some point in time you saw that particular free ride and then you arena of corruption. Just imagine say Obama tiba be no nya Ghana ni no say power initiative because the economy be able grow is because of your friends saying the energy sector and through compact 2 no or my insika na you making sure say you include private sector participation in our energy because over the years ECG has been running loss or go back to 2022 omoboka over about 10.1 billion. The following year it was 1.9 billion. So clearly they were not making profit. So such monies were coming in to allow private sector participation. Sabaya omodi omko abontia the omodi enia den be kwa kwajeje bills no because aban adwuma so oka say ECG for nko nsanka zika no they've given up. So at some point in time ECG was losing 32% both commercial and technical losses. Company bien who or run at that particular pace abetimi succeed. Then this money came say Emma Boye. Then these people etimi form a cabal a confronting PDS. Edi bejeje Ghana for sika. The guarantees and the financial assurances that they needed to provide as a way and some of them Vice President visa Emma this group of people Emma Omobaye. Because of that particular corruption a pop up the American embassy wrote to us $190 million as a second free. I am financial power sector debi sasika no koye person the president Akufo-Addo anti the courage say constitute a team to investigate this particular thing. But my culture say in governance, obianu ha oye nyankopon anase oye angel. Every human being be any opportunity they will commit evil and also obey way. But as a state, my culture say you cannot be weak, you cannot show mercy. Because always you need to send a message to people out there say action have consequences. So if you mess up, you have to be dealt with. But the president created a certain room. At some point in time, a man for Kobokro no ba or no na all clear omo. So I know the day you energize people, you give them enough incentive to be doing all these things. So when yet Transena yet 2 year new Ghana, you don't see any future. But then the young people are better politics are sit to the stand say Makacha said they are not just looking for say the Obenya hopes and dreams. No, they want economic independence that also translates into that kind of mental freedom. About issues of politics. But today these are issues at any table. No so has say your minor to a point say Ghana ni what the future hold for us. And that is why I'm for jubilating and I'm because they don't even know what they are jubilating. Because the future looks so bleak. Yes, it's good we have changed. And the coming president, President Mahama, has a lot of responsibility, and I believe, sir, he will be able to navigate through this particular storm. It's not an easy task. I say, baby jubilate. No, because it's a daunting task. Because for us to get our way through, no, we need to go back to our external creditors and try to renegotiate because current arrangements no my no. Very soon, 2026, some of the debts in amateur and the amount of money we are supposed to pay, taxes in your you understand that is the situation. There are two local Bank of Ghana. Adia na adding to her oye. Can of Rata Bob Bosiana Gugu so we are Onyabino. Then he turned his attention to Bank of Ghana and then instructed your friend saying, I Addison to print money. At some point in time, no matter turn the Bank of Ghana into a printing press. Just as Sikana ya printing gumsa or moving a fees or printing inflation baba. You never a hosona inflation around 53. Here we are today and the dollar cedi our hefa, you understand? So Obitrana ya some of these issues and we don't say it because Obitaya bang and answer way. These are the realities end up in the current economic circumstances. Just imagine at a point in time Ghana for were grappling with a lot of economic conditions papa. Now President Akufo-Addo nyadaje akɔhan private jet e dey babesi kroma say and all gina nikoba among for all around the media everybody was talking about it at least as a sign of respect as a leader no show the people certain courtesy respect okay fine makama jai but at the point among for eka no okotam jet ni besi ya tarmac so ha say the amount of money that went into that particular thing oka ho asebe nyeye Ajuma Ben. No. There wasn't any reasonable. There wasn't any reasonable justification. At some point in time, I heard say, "Almost say you're jetting out cinema or say the 9 day." Maybe I don't want to believe that, but you see, upon where I was using that particular, say upon where General President Akufo-Addo ended that the belt in change. But if upon where I can use that particular jet, I said Ben I can. So you see, upon where I say we need the size. I think we need to get serious. You understand? We need to the arrogance, the impunity, and some nipa can some. And I think that the coming administration will learn a lot from this because Akufo-Addo before 2016, for Penasemo, he was a darling boy. Yeah. People were cheering him up. At some point in time, so can I say for a ma or munibi, we the man. And see a banner na table no sign because of our braba or boy. My culture said this family and friends and for that particular practice of governance, it belongs to antiquity. Nipa or practice be in the real yaba no benali in Tunisia. When your friend said that Jasmine revolution no start here o Ghana because na na yere nua ne na yere ofase ono ankasa busuanfo na ode omoaye because when you do that you lose your power the willpower to crack on people because to ani a ofase ani wona na nie unua ba nie when na akọ punish no so I don't know president that is why the last time I told you say President Akufo-Addo wasn't running the country what one who so run the country ne wo fase no hu say be ya kurase supermarket bi no mo fa bie so umrema the opa bia na wayi you understand we are won fa sika no nto whatever house na shop na gu it's exactly what has happened but people who were entering borrowing and doing those kind of stuff no nobody was held accountable for instance corruption some may see okoma bi the one you holding no to the sense we bet no man mu Akufo-Addo running this oh, Debbie, I'm very serious. You see, look at somebody like Cecilia Dapa. Circumstances when you $1 million got them, and you expect to say, wait, Cecilia Dapa Kofanisika, President Akufo-Addo, onim hoche. You can't blame him. But as a leader, no, all that you have to do is to show leadership by making sure, say, obey your proper investigations, obey your public perception about this. But my culture say, you see. You can't politics in as if say obi the assembly also in the religious sections na ka say JB ebia wo bobra bo na wo ya kromfo na se for obetimi ka say wo medama nyankopon ni makomam but in politics there is nothing like medama nyankopon because opinions and informed choices among for making is premised on political perception as if for more so always you need to control the narrative and make sure that you put up right information there but unfortunately no we decided say proper investigating to some of these key issues and nyina na keka bo ma akwakọ wie wo ha say yet kroma at some point in time wuntumi kotena TV so as a regional chairman of the MPP political party, at the time Ghanaians were grappling with harsh economic conditions. Then the guy was displaying, saying, gold bars on TV. They say, gold company bang, legit, register, that particular gold. Party, no council of elders. I was suspecting that somebody who called that particular guy to order. So at some point in time, it became like a snake pit. Everybody was just fighting for survival. Leader can't be a the upper. And now culminate into the larger disaster. And the MPP as a political party in the Huatitia Pansama, who's a fan, so it's a lesson for everybody going forward. You know, Makasa Winya to me. the first thing that you need to do is to show respect to the people, because nipa na di to me more, they can make and not make you. So we energy on that sacred responsibility na ubedi udoknokwa. And I think that Akufo-Addo whole story way should be a guiding principle going forward. So we a leader, you need not to show weakness, you need not to show mercy to anybody. You should be ready to crack the whip on whoever will go against the state. And as for it give you that power, it may build a amount for trust and confidence in as for. But you two no behind the open at some point in time, presidents who accord us to the so be sorry that's fair enough. We wait to mercy as sorry he assured the people of this country say he was not going to use our money. At some point, you wake up and president issue letter to other people to go and build cathedral in the name of the state. When the state is prepared, at that point, in Ghana for sorry. But there is something that belligerence posture no then they decided to do whatever that they wanted to do. And the cathedral JB, $58 million has gone down the drain. Nobody is bringing that particular money. So I'm expecting that we need to set up a proper investigation, even though Senate but President Akufo-Addo only deserve a single, your friend is saying, one friend says, gracia. Because that particular money should be used, to be used to service all these things after proper investigation, because it is clear, say, most of the payments were illegal, because Parliament as an institution, or give okay to some of these big transactions, they were not notified. Parliament wasn't aware, and it was illegal for anybody to forward in some consolidated fund without parliamentary approval to do whatever that you want, because I think Sanema we nyina keka bo ma ene e ka twa Ghana ho ahia ama the future looks so uninspiring, so bleak, and we don't even know where we are going. So I'm just hoping say Ghana for nyina in one accord this time around yamfa politics into change until say this particular government goes rogue. Let's support, make sure say they do the right thing, and they must also listen to the people, because you see we don't need any special extra knowledge to run governance. There is nothing that you have. You cannot assume say you are more knowledgeable and intelligent than people who are listening. There are far better people who understand the issues better than us. Only that we have the privilege to be here. You understand? So at the end of the day, what you want to win your feedback, you need to take it serious. Consider and impute some of them are relevant into whatever that you, because at the end of the day, it's a single vision, and I try to realize the vision is to make Ghana a better place, make the Ghanaian dream possible. So the average and the ordinary Ghanaian will not wake up and say, me person me got in UK, me person me got in America. No, you should be proud as a Ghanaian, live in your motherland, and make sure that the motherland will pay you well and you live in dignity. You understand? Because now last night my catcher said, "May I cry? I'm free. I'm for a privilege." But na circumstances and push a lot of people out. Under no circumstance must a circumstance in the country push people out. If you want to stay outside, that's fine. That's your choice, but yes, I did be a and that is the kind of country. But you got to a time, Minister B, your father saying, campaign. Or say, Obama man for Vesa, America. Anya Pius. Yes, Pius said that. So you see, Sasam no kind, and I'm for fun a try, but devil deeper into mind frame now or casa free now. Clearly, this is a person who has given up on this country. He hopes that so going out there is is the way out. But this is a person, a mandate to run the country with the president and so forth. So I think that we really need to be very serious. And then the last one, you see, appointment is never a compensatory initiative. Appointment as a government. And yet compensatory initiatives say, oh, where you say, Madame Funie, Minuye, Sani Amana President Akufo-Addo, and a down for buy, because at the end of the day, he couldn't look into the faces of the people around him. Now I kind of catch Romo, and then people around him so turn out to become bootlickers and sycophants. I sing the hallelujah choruses to the president. Oda the Jakrana say, what are the effort? And that is the mistake that we did. So going forward now, I think that we need to ensure that you better get close people are ready to tell you the truth. Make sure that they have the intellectual weight with that affects the problems, because those holidays are over. Now, no, you cannot come back and blame Akufo-Addo anymore. The Akufo-Addo chapter in our politics is closing on January 7th. From that go, it's a new chapter. Whatever you do, it's up to you. Now, American President Mahama is a very experienced person. He has been there before, and choice now, he has two choices. Either say he will be the best president or the worst president. But the good thing is that the choice is his to make. You understand? Ours is to support him. So I think he will make a right choice because at this time, you know, the party for support and that era is gone. And then the platform has also widened. A lot of young people are consuming information. They are knowledgeable. They understand politics. It's so easy to do comparative analysis. And now to Ghana, with a click on your phone, you can see what is going on in Nigeria, Botswana, other places. You do that comparative analysis. When they do, they will ask critical questions. And if you are not getting the answers now, they will begin to agitate. And the government, Africa, 2 years, then you see that momentum gather in the terms of violent revolution, that kind of way. You will Nigeria recently. Until Kenya, or government, no bar. They will give you a period like 1 year, 2 years, 1 to 2 years. That is why I'm saying, sir, we have a Herculean task ahead of us. And your jubilation, we need to do a lot to ensure, sir, the confidence and the trust people repose in the president. Thinking, sir, obetime the right thing, no, that particular trust, no, say otimisha mukanana among who say yes, we are really working for this country, and I think that's the only way.
But messa about hono monoma bisao. The team that constitutes to the transition team.
All right, no problem.
Then we can analyze that. But also, minim there, but here now the befa transition team na.
Me fam free honor. Me fam. I think say Onua answer boss kakra.
Yeah, sure.
Na Sabria omotimi aye inaugural meeting. Na ashase ne there. We are hoping for the best. I'm ashase na wo kase nkomunya ne life ni ade.
Yes.
We I don't think say inquisitorial so handing over process, you know, sadly we will see. And any say public, you know,
you dance
oh, you be there dance here, but and yes, Sabria, so that you know. Well, yes, I have your money in every Nasa. What movie said you may be on to 2 years, and no, and I am a bass sadly we. Yes, but it's a way who or he find in the Kaikaho. So, and ever me who senior city. But who say, Director of Communication at the presidency, I issue letter say, yes, President Akufo-Addo, the directive said, ma Abemuni Pebianto official.
Yeah,
or more and the Kaikaho. Are you good? But Casa Mafon so dravo the coco CC so. Titi no so. So that you know, on to you. But Ira no, I don't know where they say. And they should get prepared. Say when people are tracing, retrieving them, there should not be any file say ABC because all they call Amanfu.
Yeah.
And Amanfu, Amanfu so beka. And a lot of places. But we so be fearing what the Land Cruiser near ye will be quite for retirement. And so, Wafa, a Jumamu Land Cruiser, they pick up or their Coco baby and near Gaga. Sandema, we should not get there. Man found Coche baby will be mamma fat, then conquer ye, Nidia Kaika. So, because what they call will be what you want to say, yeah, so they are the because I am idea. The 2 year day or Becca. Letty, maybe a new Mecca, my advice say, or more bote, I could not say, I mean, you don't deserve to be, tortured in that. Environment say wo hwa ni astopo ni agika fru se mana wo hwa ni ababe wura ofie se ka we fakisi bra ya de ko ni e kai ka ensese ye duru ho ba wo ma kwan so a ye be duru ho so wo ne tie no eti ye ya aban eye state de no former state na wo de ko wo ni ka kra na nti form no obi an hu se oh wo kokko ye adwuma no wan wia aban wan wia Ghana fo so wo ne tie no eye better since obeya chese emu ayi be kwa kwesi hosa nti I am expecting a smooth transition to I'm so more up to 3rd January. So by 3rd January there no biokita banka bia no hand over then they kaka nti they should look at that and make sure say or more aye say you know na I am praying said yeah I find the we say I didn't get better sir. So Osha baby Ghana yeka drew 764 billion. Na ebishishe baby kro no so ama meka ho ni ade. Wan hwe be wie ni ahwa mu be 800. Ya ne ade. I don't know hemma Ghana kwan emie obi ankonkoma ye bosia enne kaka ho but no kwase mo mu ni say I know and I believe say IMF make sure say obe rebalance the economy so yeti year on there I can tell you look MPP take over 2017 sasa tem na Ghana near IMF yeah, but IMF who say yi omo etna say omo ye yi no ya omo sesan ye omo make sure say nyoma enso to toye na wo hwe say nyoma say kona me sure say President Mahama or man the team no eye adwuma yi a they can also enjoy that wo hwe the international goodwill aba amane na ono so eye ade ba ko a ebetimi ama watimi akonanim. Then you look at the dynamics in West Africa. Who say, Ubia say no, Ghana should be the destination of choice. Omubetimi edi omoyaba because it's Ocean Nigeria.
Is it still a destination of choice?
Yes. Tete nanka Nigeria ayeyi but omohono ayeyi. Aban si san yeyi no. So what do we need to form? Now share the international communities or more has say near the adena. Utim said the goodwill no so hono. Adeba ebe support the new administration. Amo motima city up. The citizen support for you can saying advocacy against corruption, mismanagement in the so on the when people are talking about that, as I said, new administration be almost no more. Adeba kwa President Mahama Beya Ghanaians will never forgive him. And he said best pay any corrupt official in this country. I don't know say yes I don't pay then you should know say he is doomed. He is doomed. Ghana for if he said chrono akoso ewo mayimu. They expect look the golden opportunity Akufo Addo what messy no nunti ana Ghana for a war MPP konsa sabri. I can tell you the defeat of maybe Anamika say the defeat of MPP will be a record for another political party to beat. Someone say I hope pepe. Would that the opportunity na kese o the need for eto maybe kra be say yes na MPC kra no more enjoy double salary. That kese so mo ye. Hey, I'm out for that. We want the money in your home, and I don't bet me. Okay, Ghana for okay, no problem. Let's just say, in some of the kind of Nano, let's just say, no crack, a tro, and none of the detour. Say, no crack, why can't you prosecute them? It is what Java Mona say 1 4 months conquer Jinapo to there. Let's just say, in some way, got to a Musunina, a tro. And nothing Ghana for say, sir, and Yanemo at the best face of her. It is this opportunity. NDC for enyano. Look, they say corruption. A baby or beba, what they are hoarding, a bishop say or corruption. I can tell you, say Ghana for a bemo watna swatch. Say President Mahama, 8 million. Without even going to court, who bet him mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 beer. Because a sample for with dear, or jail. Obubeko jail. But no dey obi a won share law grant no go question that. But
in a democratic world like ours there, I mean it's not me obi enu because of Obubeko jail.
Na wo party say na okay. Ava boso. I mean we say wo ba basic cathedral. Yes. Wo for public funds. Afi go wiase a wo go yi public funds da go. But also no I don't know who here dey. Evidence be na here. I
say no Akufo Addo na say okwakosi cathedral. And I can for that so na release cano. This is akwache mu hwan. Okwache mu hwan.
Nipa release cano.
Na they say
what dey eche.
That's why you also no case okwakosi. Upon the instruction of the president.
The case koko here you know.
President
look, me say your budget statement no e wo ho. Baby we say oh Ghana sika ba kokra nim. Enye Ghana sika de kwakoye. Yankasa ono kenofrata de kan yo.
Yeah, sure.
Afedru baby no wo sa ba ya we say oh yakokoyi Ghana sika kakra. Enye ye koyi say ya sika obo ye say sa sika we ye kakra. So me dey sa sika we ye kakra. Eti eno sa nyoma we say. I mean emma obi nka jira say oh ejaje bi betima twetwa age wo. O ji twaje wo say. The judge of you charging us so Ghana for so show. What show? So we know. Apart from that, set up the Kagalam say assembly.
Yeah. Sure.
No, there are some people who more could J and Crawford gold. See a coco seize gold in the name of the state, a state there, and I'm a what?
Yeah.
No, I said people are going to account for some gold or more the Akoduna. No, the transition team should also take notice of that.
Okay.
Which I say. Ya the national security for go and no magic for good. Obviously, ya sisi, ya kwako sisi skasi, ya yesi, sasi kanene go to no, e wahe. They should account for it. Na you who say, go do mujiji ye no. If you cry Ghana, ya kwako ton, sa die we ni etimidi aye. Ni who say sa. Na obi akwako jeje, no de akwako gu na yimu, na o de afro you know the corporate. Edinti na vice president, and brother maker, omukoko throw letter. See the gold company ko share under free zones. Na gold omo de beko nyina no omo nya repatriation biamba. Na sika no makọ di ni nyina e wo hodom. Tim professor ka omo nya wo Ghana ha say ya. Omo hu ka mbefa so adi no. Because omo de ni nyina akọ to gold no. No mo akọ under free zones. No mo akọ non repatriation of ye can say funds. Na ko omo ko ton no ma jiska ni na no mo de agu ho. Sanyo mani nyina no. People are going to account for it. God to do what you have to say, no making sure say 1 billion and now the percentage is a see a drone near because obi ntimi nsi ukwan say memfa go do go but yemra de kire say would you go do kodia a certain amount of a year should come. Percentage be should come to Ghana. Ghana government in be faje adwuma. Then ye nananom a yakose se omo nsase no royalties and so akọ hono. Na wutimi ba betwro anana maker na lawyer former candidacy director law school yeah. No wo ka say ebia anam say emra ben pa na Ghana parliament betima pass ne sa. When ye Ghana parliament na pass amra no. The office of the vice president. And what transit was she said we. And the secretary actually Bank of Ghana. Says Sadio we near say yenye. Bank of Ghana so actually free zones. Free zones with the ama company no. Etienne Unya sika wo de koto to gold wo kwa we say wo for under LOC no. Wo bon say wo de gold no kwa kaprekra wo fa mafie. How can we be such wicked to this country? I didn't know say sir. So we tell. Eti Sadio mani nyina say no. Wo bana sa wo tena ho na want me and prosecute Sadio mana. Wo ba sa wo te ho no ma na Ghana for astate elusu confidence in you. So we tell no. Eti me say let us all help. Let us all help. Wo mo se bibi na sha ha. Yimpeni fa sutre. Ya nyina ende na mkrom ha sei. Afa de o hwe ya, nipa ina you can't say high rise building. Just say apartments are good. What is CSC or crane? It's this one. All this thing, you see, lifestyle auditing. We need to go into this. Yeah, sure. Sure say you're sanitizing the system. And yes, Ghana a better market time. Say you go baby out. You better market time. This type of look, it is an opportunity for the new government to make sure. Look. Obi di na menka ho ye chewa menso menfa ho anabeboa now be homophobia wo call minister okra say o background school yem presi no school kra no wo fiu na ye chira na the America Kojina street so let me tell you something. Education minister na me said no Aduchumia madam for lecture be working in university like or respect me no see what say me ba no me person okosa school we said e be ya betimi a monitor no ada o said ma me say me mo no say education minister dey serve na me said ma no the whole of a year 3 names ana me said ma no enye like first class school so be say obvious one fee bimpo eti me check me catch man say obeye o check was you I don't know antimi Antum, and I'm saying, sir, 1 week to election, and I'm sending a message. And I'm saying,
1 week to election, and
I'm saying, I've learned one thing in this word that position is not a possession. After 1 week, January, what's our education minister? And next year, you post this over, I'll make myself a sugar. What do you mean, more sugar? So, it's Ghana, look, we not position here. do good to people. Magana for kase nipa si message.
Yeah.
Say no aye, say no aye, say no aye. Enti obi kra ka se mi kra fa ho a. Obi timi gina ba bi ka se debi nipa si message dey nyesa no che. So won yete no. Enti we are expecting say nneama ebitimi akodanimu ye na bibia etima toto. Let us try and do aye. What I'm trying to text message bi show. Sir, MPP boys no. O ma na be asema mo mo pedi for no. O ma na be asema mo mo pedi for no. So na sir, excuse me. Boy na ife no Kobra aje sapon no. Ma sheda me bonidin. One share you be pass am about penny for no. You should stop it. Some question messages now will send no. What the cultural minister no government appointee no catch us on the onko 2 coin. Oboku the embarrassment at the airport. What are you talking about? Ghana for decided say look, my friend, mu ko trafie. Mu ko trafie. Say you can't take any major decision. Who 2 coin ko say Ghana is kasi say. Huh? Say your private you grada you can't go. You can't go. Now there, what say what now we have bear Macedonia? You just go. Me say, why is not taking positions?
Yeah, sure.
What your part try? Now go the total embarrassment. You not go. Now, what would seize you passport to so the so who say one share na somewhere this year do mu bia won sabit maka. Let us conform to some of these things and obi ba bibi say what capacity. I am a citizen of Ghana.
Yeah.
Akufo-Addo said, let us be citizens. We should not be spectators. So we are protecting our nation. So we are now, Buffy said, when you are mobile trip war, Akonyano so in the Kaikaho. What would you Ghana for trouble? Some let's say the new government should take a firm stance and make sure say issue relating to corruption they would deal with it decisively. Now, Oko cantonment, Laboni, airport area, airport residential are buying sasi, especially East Level. Are buying sasi and for are from assessor just like that. Now, who share the cost of the land? Now go sika fia bi o mutuatua wo honom na look, government must set up, especially the ministers in 1 acre near their mouth, 3 acres near their mouth. They should make sure they receive all to the state. I mean, we should put a stop to that. And let me know what saying. What to ama mo ho ye besi cathedral. And for the airport of can say passport office in other institutions and you could drink from a 2 or just like that. And she sent government lands and that cantonment are they cantonment I intimacy cathedral. That is a cocoa judges are dining in a guy. Meanwhile, Okwabrane assessor at the abono. Look, Oko baby, Obia Kwakoto judicial for assassin. At the scene radio station. Wakwako Toby, what they see in the office, Wakwako Yesi, and then they can't. Are they won't go away of mine? Won't go away of mine. Last time we business 1 acre of Benjamin say, yes, $5 million. And I'm saying, wow, $5 million and an acre of land. Our cantonment, Laboni, Ekosu. It is Sankofono, Obunya Sasi Kadu or he, our Motutosa, you know. Now go share properties are ya maso ediesi honoma. Enti 8 years a day business in 1 hour.
That is
within that shortest possible time.
The multi-million-dollar question. Within 8, within 4 years. 4 years.
Are you serious?
Ultimate radio station and ultimate building new radio station. Fresh one. No akwakoto no. I mean for commercial use. And you ask yourself, say into MP. What's it can you say? You can say.
So Obia and in charge. That is what happened. Because I love me say culture no.
And there are some businesses who are they should look into it. It's I mean, Yema Bruchimra Ghana. Who could have some certain amount of money there? They can question you. Who could just say, "Where do you have now?"
That's right. No, I mean, by law, who took away free Ghana? And this is more than $10,000. Say more than $10,000. As a decree.
Yeah, sure.
Look, me say, na be catch the penny. say omoba sa asem no me mpese me boss we say ombeda omo so DPS so omo ye look within a month sika omoba confiscate the amade state e be shock nkrofo me mpese me boss e just am for betray to omo to within a month the money that they will get for this country ma ba ko bobo siam
na me Ghana na ka I did na ke nya bosia bo
so dey no look
sika na she nkrofo hu
aden hwe ene se Bank of Ghana enya sika dollars aba IMF sika ye buy ha bisa se dollars no he empedinfo bi asesa e dey akwakogu dem eti uko market a emu aye ne bisi basa hwe one thing this administration meka they say for the start let us all come together bring our minds and all that the suggestions everything na yam pick you off because obali ya yegina de timu so ka say ya yegina nsi timu me kodwomu a me soete wosu kodwomu a wo be soete but say ye na se nwa mamugu a yegina na yeden yenya politics no be bamu a me ye ura election ye mu a na politics abam but for now you make sure hwe Argentina Bank of Ghana wo betena ho sika beba system no mu wadi beba ho so anasika ni na kodi abochi fo nsam adenti wo be call the commercial bank afa wunya sika ni binto wakoko do bank manager ni no so afa phone no afra abochi was a price in that saying how can we live in a country like that just me dream one bentiase so we need to take a drastic action and make sure say me ma etima eden etimi atotoye ejesa se e ka say ye ko sa say ya ni adia sa merry go round ya minia o man no ye be market time sa 100 years there that sugina and can the fourth republic ya 32 years na basic water
is
when him say oko a year adia the cheapest thing eyensu wo do America no be ura kitchen no say obu so hwe no akwa obi tibi jasi so no akwa kwese baby no odi na iso no jasi so say oh wait de nyina say na metua wo mu short nsuo da say ye say ene ya tu nsuo ma da say bi ebi si wo hoda iso no ho eye basic Ghana wo kwa ko bi type na inframa na eba say nsuo na wo bepe bia no kra no wo nya bi no ento so amafo nya sika this high right buildings. Well, just say, video mupe bi omu kita. Insuo keke a ye beye ama manfo je bia no. Yetimi ye. Yeti ho. Look. This government should be bold. I am a member of Movement for Change. Nenya NDC member. Me a member of Movement for Change.
And Obi friend beside me saying, can you ever be an NDC member?
Me a member of Movement for Change.
No, beside me say, can you ever be a member
that
of
question
NDC?
should not come in.
Okay.
Me say me a member of Movement for Change.
Okay.
But my prayer is that Ghana etimi enkonanim. Ghana etimi endiye. Said ye be ya Ghana fo nyina yeso so ye ho beto ye. Ye kan ebra bi na me ka say ebra ko fa do mo ye omo adwen say omo sabotage alanchamanche. No mo visa lan omo sabotage no. Ene wona ye ba be kan wasem e dia de na odi Ghana ana adwuma no ye 1D 1F mu decide say mu maniska mu timi man 400 million for a program like 1D 1F now kokofa a scam a year to set up ko now kokoma no 4.5 billion now we patch saying
all right messa but I'm happy say nkomo ayedi Dr. Samuel Sapon. Yes, I think Senra may read one of the stories in the end. We caution the NPP governments. Say, Omoba, baby, Ubia, someone be away the biano will be brought to bear. Baby Kishore said they will chase every single state property. Bia from Ubia Honomo. It's what for biano. And yadia Hobeto.
JB. Sanema way, me say these are basic conventional ways to establish a something called conventional deterrence. Say yet ne bufaswa, we are doomed. Because you can see a tenacity or the state institutions. Near my mom for a year, now you're flipping in lifestyle, individuals are sabi. 2016 no be cry na yere China north all of a sudden only change politics in as a form e okroma na say court papers na for by all kind be me kind be
yeah sure
then you begin to ask yourself say and politics na by a fertile avenue where people rush in bandwagon join here why ye but majority of people out there are hear the impact of governance it doesn't go to them for instance yet na ye can about frontiers nkofo yom betena airport or sa Nigeria for yi e betena habe check your man for COVID na se for tisasika over 80 million e de kokroma say parliament insist yes say be ya yebenya the fence say proper understanding of what actually transpired be sin there obi enu obo so chire nipa because the person at the top is a beneficiary of that particular illicit transaction and na ekoso so say yantena say unlay that particular foundation na ya mamamfo ahu say oman no nye lotto na obewuro ma o ka say wadi then it's a bonanza for you. We need to make sure say every penny is accounted for. Say you lose that particular leverage. I'm telling you, we are done forever because Abana or Bano will take a cue for what has happened, and I know the people will follow suit. So say whether we like it or not, that investigation has to be done. But before we do that, the state institution are compromising. We need to make sure that we clean it up. For instance, the Supreme Court and the other institutions are the politics and you don't see their effectiveness. Because these people powder people at the judiciary. Because so in the D-Day, they will come to their rescue. But Ghana are fully aware of what is happening. So I think that we need to start auditing institutions. But
me introduce the communication officer at the NDC Obuasi East. Obuasi East, eh? Yes. Miriam Mayweather. Miriam Kwawa?
Yeah, Miriam.
Mayweather down there, the fro. Mayweather down there, the fro. Yeah. Miriam Okode.
Now go for that one on Paibo.
Obuasi to say?
Obuasi Daboko for the first time. I do Obuasi East.
For the first time?
And I'm proud. I'm part of it.
I see. Let to say, how did it happen?
Once I brabo ankasa and as we venture into a debia a dawakuma so o kind of criteria ho. Yes. We made a survey in your home say put to hard work.
Yeah. Because
12,000 votes in the difference 2020 12,000 votes.
Okay, so 2020 12,000 votes.
Difference.
And at this time around, the difference is saying.
Okay.
We never how many margin?
We want na 18,558.
Okay.
And now 18,539.
Oh, just some slim margin. Slim margin. Wow. Obuasi East. For the first time. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Earlier today, we were on social media. Now, I think you were sounding a warning to MC, the friend, Emisa.
Faustin
Emisa, yeah. I didn't see.
What's the pick up? Yeah, this is the number per can. One say, yeah. That's why I've told my guys to stay cool. We're there. Yeah, say, as a communications officer, they have years on grounds. Next, I mean to me, Wahana coming who say, ebi waha enye yemi kwame constituency na menya ebi shenyina but my mom say we are not running a banana republic running the beji eduru hwa bibi ewo bia o de be pie wan fa mpia na bibi ehye na akoye pie as simple as ABCD
ade no
pickups yeah on say on the pickups white be bread
for party you want to say
no for DCs and MCs. No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. No,
meaning maybe on the akosi say me yeah, many information maybe a share. And we wouldn't no. I buy Japadi.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be serve way.
Yeah, sure.
To where we are for 200 simple.
I see.
And I think they say they don't hand you over.
Yes.
Yeah, so all hand over maybe some questions about it. Yeah.
I see. Now so Obuasi community, especially Obuasi East. I'm going to these elections, no hula balloons, Assembly and Baba there. I mean, was there an expected victory and I say unexpected victory?
For me personally, I knew we need sitting. So Osha, Me presenting me pink sheet around.
Now you're polling agent?
No. Now I'm a ward coalition officer. So I had some polling stations in Nesha. I was representing the pink sheet.
Okay.
So as at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm posting congratulations to our MP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I know who imagine.
That time because that time now in crossing in Yinaba. Yes. Now you maybe a for man here.
Okay.
Now you must stronghold palm with me, but we need with 6 votes.
Just 6 votes.
Just 6 votes. And in crossing, maybe a lead here 98 votes. And I'm coming in no so near man margin, your man kakra. Until I'm saying no.
Was it that bad to hand over power to NDC?
Obwase is very bad. I won't lie to you because so Osha, on say Obwase West MP go kwate say me say President Akufo-Addo Momona is a Ponzi scheme, and maybe Obwase is an example actually. They promise us 1 district, 1 factory.
Okay. Obe promise will be.
Obe promise be.
I see.
Now 1 district, 1 factory. Come on, Pamia no omusi no some cassava factory.
Okay.
Minia, udu ene kwahwa and do 2 rooms kra. And do 2 rooms.
Cassava factory.
Cassava factory. They said the $5 million in the year cassava.
What's that?
You say $5 million.
It's your bossy. It's your bossy.
Mampamwe.
Wow. Cassava factory.
Cassava factory. It was commissioned by the MC. Yeah. Obi enu esi was enti me employ nipa baako kra.
Oh, how?
Yebi. Omo promise here one agenda 111 hospital, no right. Omo de call mampam hwe ekwan na so. Omo dis bo ha no mu siska ho. No mu ja no mu start 2 galam si.
Oh,
omo frɛ omo de call nyamsom ye de. Asombo form omo to fence or 10 baako pene ho. That's all. Now yes, almost 7 to 11 million a call.
Interesting.
Agenda 111 hospital. So me babu na mete Obwase. Me nye adwuma nye.
Yeah.
Now at least you have me wie training college and nursing training. Na ka say adwuma no kra betima employ. Wo den ka mma say adwuma no we are in Obwase. We saw how kakra progressively Obwase bites e grow ye. Ye nyina obi Obwase bi ehu ye. Right now Obwase bites worth more than $5 million. But it drew $5 million in impact. And say there is a company in our
reflecting the lives of the people.
Do you understand?
The value chain wait on we are
senka $5 million or come employ a MPP form so as I say and now to one we share sa name when na a bufu. And I'm for the 2 abanity.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
The bufu.
And that's what they did so.
Oh, and on say, as I make come in this phone now, Benya, Aquina, some best into government. And say, Omonfa, or take a course, the foot to the ma, Ekufado, President Ekufado 2016.
Yeah.
I went to Yen fast side foot to into your foot. Share ye dear cra, young quan. And our 2 party in our power.
Wow.
They shouldn't neglect not the grassroots but Ghanaians. Dear President Mohamed, you about 4 years. The Opaidi. The Opaidi. And you know when the appointees no mumbo papa. Problem na yana instead free top surroundings no. The best serum. Papa is willing to work. So young boy papa no yejuma. Na edinin da say papa bi buy or kosa buy.
Wow.
Yes. Honestly, once my sister Kasi me say I shouldn't do what I did again. No to me for. As me this need me ake to.
Yeah.
Yam fire kwan to say you be say NDC ba power. Na change, me here change at all cost. JB, what I did, I don't know what came over me at that moment, but now honestly, na Ghana in here Yes. Now they wanted to do everything possible to maneuver their way out, but no. We are ready for everything.
I see work of about the you remu kakra that yeah, but if we start to try discussion so. Then see here. Only so just for talk and then see here.
JB. Yeah, now me come normal monitoring.
Okay.
And I'm here call from a corporation.
Okay.
Say a whole assemblyman no we MPP ni.
Okay.
And we are all brothers, we all grew up.
Yeah.
Or Chiska police station ho.
Tama no moto aba no.
Tama no moto aba no.
No Chiska police station.
No Chiska police station ho. So what I did was that my friend man called direct.
Okay.
I called him back door. Let me say, wait, Chiska for free baby original and the baby Chiska no. So I thought say why sir? Yeah. But still they kept calling. No more than friend, but I decided not to pick because me say me na kasa back door.
Yeah.
So tell me.
I see.
So me drew a police no. And I'm who soldiers for. No, he said soldiers for on the frame. Boys in the frame me omo nyame biem nti omo ankasa ye den. E because on manage Chiska ni biem.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so he called the police, the military in. Timiko do na military friend say military issue statement say military man be amba police station am ko eden. No say MC DC na somo mo. No say na DC the offer military say a police and as we hear reinforcement or eden of flame military.
Yeah.
Nanti MC there. Or say I shouldn't ask him that question. This social videos no ma na me ne ye
na ye banta so kanu waka ne ade.
Enti na ma me small boy bi gina me nchen.
Okay.
No ye video. No so manage video. Me say so manage video dey and they so manage video no.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, because at the point me said that soldier need to
video.
Yeah,
because
sure.
now the boy was videoing.
Oh,
no so manage video. Me say that be so manage there and they won so nya dey one year. Then he slapped me. So slap me and so kroku to na me yes me so to na me so to no.
Really?
Yes.
I see.
So what assembly chire madwene say Anglo Gold Ashanti military men.
Military men from where?
Anglo Gold Ashanti.
No mobile official assignment and I said they were not.
No, they are there to protect the mine.
Yes, but not the elections.
Not the elections.
And you'll be on the from Baho.
And you'll be on the from Baho.
One of them
Baho. And I don't know, say according to no military man, I mean, maybe son, no, can't say MC in the from.
MC in the moon.
For Stinemis and the from.
For Stinemis and the from.
Yes.
Some Braho.
Emma Brabeden. And you know, Mestre President Mama. No, my lawyers are. There are some questions we also be
I see.
Why they deploy soldiers? You know, what was their reason at the polling stations? So, Assembly was
what kind of official complaint at police station?
Okay, say police never fire call.
Okay.
Oh, omobuyo.
Omobomu.
Me too see me tea.
I see. Me no na na sefofro.
Unse no modoso.
Oh, okay.
No somebody can invade police station or crime minimum. Tell me be hu me no. Na me so me miesa.
I see.
So we are not running a banana.
An official statement from Ghana Armed Forces. Say ma soja ni
police station. Yeah, sure.
I think General upon paper or you be or
CDS
or disciplinarian. And I mean, you say on fan advance so any agro.
Yeah.
And this same way say or picking it up.
And as far
or more year Juma what's it
Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Anglo Gold Ashanti. Na obi timi freno a civilian. A timi freno no oba. Fine. You find say what's DC on? Say MC and I said DC and a friend now. You find say one on the chair of the Security Council. But I think say statement are Ghana for the two abontino.
It was
clear.
Yeah.
Say open security were here. A police for the door so. Yes say soldier for no be honum upon the request from police.
Yeah.
Say I do with the abroye so. You hear soldier for mumra, na soldier for aba. Enye DC and now be free a soldier for say o mumra ho. Enti general upon people. We dey pacho. Obuasi East asem no. That's say o pick na o update Ghana for animu ya no mo who say yes.
And the most interesting part is no mo use not more pick up.
Oh, na military for you soon not
more pick up.
Pick up.
Yes.
And on the bar.
Not more pick up.
Police station,
yes.
But at a point in the video, we say now prevent someone from some local police station.
Yes, because I don't know because now your friends vote teenage are stopping at the point in time. So maybe I don't know is Oma ransack set chairman for.
Really?
Real
almost a chairman for.
Almost maybe drew almost a car some car white me.
So why dey? Obisa you find.
Me bisa
no must say.
Omo bu ofusa na me bisa omo questions. And na maga man bo masum. Military man bo masum.
Wow. I see.
No, I think
there should be more to it.
The move to my say they me sure say dia sa. Ochina no pa no. As I say you get the Ghana Armed Forces PR for no. As I said, ultimately get it to them. They should come and then explain to Ghanaians why that action. Why should a DC or MCE call military people to a polling station? Why some one kasa modi statement are too
say so clear.
Say bibi sa beba. Mo do na police for.
Police for mo bo
you know who by I know mo jina wono.
Amo kuta weapons.
No. They were me call first one then. My home back be kuta weapons.
Na police for kuta weapons.
No police ni ba call and I think immigration officer and prison officer. Yeah.
I see.
Wow.
Interesting.
That time mo get Ghana Forces.
You better get into it, but yeah. But why official reports?
Not really.
But police fight
no. On be fight for.
I know. So how can the police arrest you without?
Omudi ebeduru no. Oma boya ma ya homete. And omo sa dia akoshe cells. And this a PC kura amba be fire anko hospital. JB.
No, I mean
we went through hell.
Police for betrayal.
Say,
I don't be farm.
On be GF military nisem. The military handed us over to the police. No more they call. And you know, almost about police station so boy yourself.
Oh really?
JB. Your chairman. Because this is chairman. E could do kind of go freeze police station where at that moment now on Bobono.
Also free Hoboko.
Akukra.
Wow. The same on my entry kind of video so. I think so.
But this
I mean when basic.
No. There should be action on this.
Yes.
But when you know. I feel we na can be expect say ma etuonto. In fact, that moment na you see and check by an hour's time. Ana medro COP Kofi Boajo. Yeah, no say what is it?
Was that an old Kumasi?
Oh,
yes, Kumasi, yes.
I know say what is a true true. And she just said news by the grand say or first.
Oh, okay.
And later on as yet say a true be to a prayer will be but nipa no
Oh, so a true not true.
Oh, we told them to be so TV video no to be. And when I was running they were still shooting.
Wow. Shot on targets. I don't know what to do. I want a shot.
Anyway. Aside that,
anyway.
Mete say Obi Wu or Kaswa.
Yeah, Kaswa.
Kaswa talk for two. Me say, Sadiwe, yan so abuane mene once and came free while it will continue. 2028, it will be something. But action may be taken then. Ever ended.
Sure.
It will do. Say after 2020 elections, ananka action because I don't think so. Come fresh soldier for the ground.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But because if you uncle Suntino, I mean, after all, the
interest was.
What move? What to two? Why the mouse have permission to be there? And yes, Ujina baby na Obiabe to Asha was so. That police station, who asks you to go there? That should be the question. Ebra in 24 at the credit directive at one. Eti yes, general, yes, be brave. Make sure say Obi take it decisive for you. This action. Send your bayer going forward, you know, a BCB. Because as I know, I have a dim boni, a soldier for your munya yana, or more to and say, Banisa. As a second, the DBA shall Jenny always say, Nimia, or Huna Damfu, or who be our born who by. Dan say, Ubusu Jenna, as if said, who Jatebia says, Ugani, any other. I don't think it's fair. And we must end this today. Send your bayer next election. Young Conco who said, in fact, when we take a decision, say, Maso Janibianco police station, one I may ball cross. Say, what happened 2020 will not happen. As some I don't know.
And they were even wearing mask. Now they bulletproof vest na akatakata omudine so. So now can person me nyo mudino. But opa she video no you will never almost omo the bulletproof vest I then akata omudino so.
I see.
Esa adwen bonity. But eno ne de a soldier for no pe omo a chese omo nyabra. So omo person mu take action kwada they can take action. Ma omo njai some of them omo nko unpunished. What you say? But and si say e banisa. Say omo ko na say even omo wo case impo and say Ghana for who say omo take action. Na bom na omo case. What hu dey no. Dan say ubeja no ho sa eno no dey I don't think say Ghana Armed Forces more janisa ebe boa mo ankasa mo image.
I see. So Mayweather, after that, I mean victory when you a resounding victory Boase for the first time Maja Kunyano any other places in the Ashanti region Adansia J4 Adansia 4 Adansia Sokwa
Adansia Krofo Adansia Dubiase and Obuasi
I said Dubiase Musit Dada
and say Okodi
oh okay the was Ajimwadi is it more forces to Adansia
wow and the Ashanti region Munya say 8
yes
and I think 2 is pending Amodahoka
oh Evan
okay,
I know of if you jack have enough. Kendapa offers the whole. Okay. Kendapa if you.
Na how munya ni kre?
I quite dicey kakra. Yeah, it's still in contention. Buama horrible.
And
still in contention.
And la kaino. What's MPP is declining a party. The more declines are. So
I see.
I think because of almost say yeah the second gene suggesting could just say Boasi is the second gene will be consul and Sana was sign. Those are childish comments.
What the second will be consul.
The divisional commander was there.
Oh, here for police station. I said
collation
centers. Yeah.
Collation center.
So the NPP MP and I said parliamentary candidate. Onya consider defeat.
Well, consider defeat there. So video cry the presiding officer
what declare
results maybe.
It's what I know was more the second.
Or see on the reports in the national executive said it's a kind of two in the scene. So the police were there 24/7.
I see.
They might dinner. I say we lose we not to no intasentase. We would do my me see ye jumana so won ka say simple majority. Simple majority back 12,000 there back and I told them say we are on the ground. You didn't name the echo.
I see.
And what be this 12 years, 8 years. What me for on something say adi we na my ubisa said there na why say wanya park and menye baby agina ware. Look at this. Wanya parker.
I see.
Not astrotefu. Park.
On a park.
Aye, with the park na say on na why. And so $1 million per constituency na no dey.
And I call
and I'm covering.
I said that's not what you bet. Why you pack about what I that's what I do.
They will do my it's not what it's in the air. Nyakopon adum yaje.
That's how you relieve kakra.
Oh, e hono mpi be no.
Dr. Patrick Boachi Yadom.
Ah, okay. Koku Kwachi or West.
Oh, okay.
Koku
Kwachi and Tinaye. Ko Lusu City no. Yeah.
Are you finding independent to be on?
Oh no,
West
any niano.
Any niano koi.
Any niano koi. The boy who got in the last minute comments, no. That Ponzi scheme, no. That's same Kwachi. I won't lie to you.
Oh really?
I won't lie to you. Because then I will say nipa there waka bibi kakra nti ma sam youth bia no mbuofu and say no and now quite some we say ura Obuasi East no Obuasi West no difference wo
okay
Obuasi East from baby I start unisi no eko si kwa na kwa ekwanye from Tutuka eko Odumase ekwanye ye inner rules nye
I see
Obuasi East dey nye kura o
enyuma be na ho sir. Apart from
mining, no crown, you know that. Me see a time for still doctor time in Anglo good for your time in the demonstration I did against them, and it was true. Yet you crum. Me, I think say a demonstration in June, not July, come medicals. Oh, Anglo good.
Oh, okay.
But me share stress and me firm and I decided to ignore the work and fight for my people.
Oh, I see.
Yes. I decided to ignore the work. I didn't think I'm a Duma Dada. Na say it way I didn't see was a pity so and I say froze. Apieti no. How many we? Ya pity for the
yeah, sure.
Nyame pengu some of them blast one year man explosive in 1990 chrome ye kwan so no. Na nyame pengu bi sia how many better on first. Nye. Na do de ba dia me see ubetima nante boasi is. Obi obun so ye UM adwuma na eje adwuma bia ya ho.
Wow.
Why? What come so much some nyama nyina free east akodi west intino. They don't give any chief a slot. And they are all quiet.
Anyway, innocent. My boy for 5 minutes we are not. Yeah, we're not. You need to work a wrap up on this.
Yeah, I think that 7 hour canning has to do with the impunity I choke this particular system. So on mind the honor say you don't see leadership and I say somebody a certain authority be overrated. This is some of the things that happen. Near money be see without even realizing. Because when Dampare gave out the directive, say police for will be fully in charge and the military will not go no. Meka say we a political party now don't want to say so you'll be disappointed. Not because Dampare in 7 hours can only so. Namum do that day now there are several fronts I'll make give you directive. IGP no crown on the day the IGP will be at the bench and some big people will be calling the shot, and that's exactly what happened. The workers of Mukwa was in your Kumase. I spoke to some of the military guys, they were on the ground at the polling station.
Oh, really?
Oh, all over.
Not much a uniform now.
Uniform. They were patrolling at polling stations in Nasafon. So, in some of Mokayana, a chiro clearly said nobody's in charge. And you see, there has been certain trend over the years, you know, Yenyan show leadership in sanity and started a wager. How are citizens omunkura yefense atuo were being shot at in the broad day so that but now if you call war front to cry now onu nuekon na so man nsa so a yensutu no you take that person as a prisoner of war. We are talking about crowded youth omudwane and the military men were joy for yebi wageji and nipa mudwane shooting from behind. We set up a commission of inquiry to do I know the report no kosi say Ayawaso West Wagon, the report came. President Trashy and that's been Jubilee House. So you see, impunity no ya neseno ya na fester and grow to a point. Techimo in the sea way, you will expect in saying can be the last straw after say asino and way and yes say see a brand video in people captured everything on camera. Evidence, enough evidence. I bet I'm a constitutive investigation into what actually happened. Nobody, and I can't say you investigated those things. So I know that then when you create such platform, you give a lot of people incentives and opportunity to do whatever that they did. So we are even lucky, say some of these things here, because in recent times in Ghana for year elections, I won't say nipa wo. Rollins a pencil.
Yeah, sure.
Yaba President Akufo-Addo nipa 80 we ye ko wem another person
6
and nipa mutu to meka cho say na me wo ye fan say Abuakwa South. They were shooting. 2 people were shot in my Abraham wo ba ko ne ha e na ba ko ne 9. And omo rush omu to hospital because omo the ballot boxes na kwa kosi EC office and omo rush in pickups national security tag na ebo omo. Then they rush to the place there omo kwa change ballot papers no. So they had to shoot people and a man for this person because now a man for M-Pesa they should go there. So elections now over the years are peaceful. You expect the processes in as for security channels not by well demarcated. I will be and say these are the people we are dealing with in as for now. That chain of command is not there. And then you now can lack of leadership over the years. You can because Enra you to about we and say Muna boys been moved this say you take state property in as for it. Sadly we don't but you see you need a clear line leadership, a certain authority there. Somebody will have to rise up to the occasion. But no the president elect him and all addressing the nation at a timer. Only to me to call anybody to do that. President Nankasa not or Abunanya so I think that Ninina it deep into the failure. In this last 8 years here, Ghana Nibia waiting a level and Akufo-Addo government for this 8 years. Oh, here's certificate. Maybe I was there some because it's a horrible experience and a Ghana for go through. What me go through this particular 8 years be our coming out of one and now we are okay no you need a certificate because it's a university, it's a military training, you understand? And that is why like I said, yes, you channel your energy into the future. Now you who say it's not business as usual. NDC about power pain, MPP about power pain, but this time round no, the stakes are different. Politics going forward, I change the dynamics, everything. And to win you to me, I say, oh, yes, a baby DB, because I never quite back tricky among for say. So when Semuna also under this Akufo-Addo government, the corruption, the stealing, as far people might want to replicate same and say, most of my West, that politics is done. Nobody is coming to sit on TV and say Akufo-Addo ye way and to such nonsense. Nobody will tolerate it. Is the reason why some people are taking over state institutions as far people are condemning, call and say they should arrest them. We don't care whether you NDC or whoever. So once I obey they illegal, we need to. Well, 2016 happened, you know. Okosunaya, Tobu tonight, what your friend is a fear pray. We didn't have the president making address here, don't stop with the and they were taking all over the country. I think, sir, as a you know, who say, yeah, the NDC MPP politics, and I say, and where we are yet to near there is no future, no, and you've been a responsible. My catch us wherever in the world that who sustain bad governance, you know. Citizens are sponsors and accomplices. Nobody is a victim or innocent. And I think they're going forward, you know, as you invest your energy, resources, everything into the new Ghana, your visions because it's not about us. It's about building a sustainable future for younger generation. Building a future, building a future. Ghana need real school. You don't need to pick a call now. That's the future we want, and we have the resources, everything. Fortunately for us, your friend is your human resource, your every resource be as of my here and some of their ye. But unfortunately, no, in our part of the world, no. We are unable to use these things. Few people in the name of power. It may capitalize it on the resources. I want no more. Gold na ye come as a for the carbon thing. Oil na se for na no lithium
All right. But the message about how baby now can near so mic na dum ti memo my mic ni na fe Abatoɔ Asoeɛ akasa live Onua TV and Onua Abatoɔ Asoeɛ. Just a few days after say to abaniwe and reactions and in the ma watch ebano ya started interrogating some of these issues na fe ya share going forward there they bit me as on my you bit me abo ye niema ho ban near to me as safeguard the properties of the state nti ye hwe say e bit me atutu ho na mo kakra na fe ye hu gina papa bi e bit me atu now mind you say the transition team ewo ho no mo start adwuma as fast as possible. It's fellas of Osukwache Edika MK an earlier comment on the transition team. Me yekoti bi mra yekoba mema hopes that doye the other reaction to Sema Akoso Obuaso so e de abana fe ato aso. Ye beti sia.
Na say no me just among central for committee. Obetie no na nipa ahanum bi ana aheduonum bi ye form adwuma mu obabi a Bank of Ghana GRE na ye form adwuma mu e wo Sumase e obehwe na eye Minister of Interior e fa police for immigration for wo Sumase obetie na aban nwumako bi etue sika doso pro bi e di medwumako bi a ye ni Sumase a ye hu kwan ya ekọ ne tie ne sese Abatoɔ Akoso sei na abansesa e ba ejidi se e wo se aban a ebe konwa so no dwumedie titru bia e Akoso sei a no mu bi se ne be ya no kredie ne pepe ye no nkuntabuo betumi aye adwuma asema making eye 2016 ye to abawie ya saa abansesa ku a ya ti bia ne ya ti bi no oru asafomafo na ogina wa ma MPP no atwere kata e de koma aban ye te so ne se dwumedie bi e be Akoso ati sase ye fe ne pe adwuma ana se ye tue sika pudro bi dia ma obi no e wo se aban a ebe konwa so no omaso ti no mu gitumu ansa na Akoso intina ye wanwa bebre se dwumedie te sa no e Akoso e wa abra NDC afa e wo sa ba so nkoe so no ye nti ho hwe na e ha adwene bebre isanse na akoye se Sumase dwedie bi sa no nti NDC mpenifo e wo ko no so no de tudwa se ye ne yi sa ne ma e Akoso no isanse nipa ye form no ya abanya ebe konwa so na ese ti omoka enu echi no eye nipa abanya ebe konwa so na ni omaye adwuma se mo ntumi nkɔfa nipa amrem se me ni omonye adwuma wa abra minimum mo ana mente ho hwe ntumi nka se me nkotu esika bi wa abra nipa mi tu esika na ma me nim hyehyɛ ne kitahodi a woni no me no ka se yate se ECG sika be ye 240 million Ghana cedis omutu ya madwumako bi a enye adwumako a enu enyama hoden a bɛka se ne yehia ne nim ye nti omunti a we adwumako bi a omunye mudi nsaboso bi a yen sɛ de hu mu yie sa sika de sika ɛdɔso a ɛyɛ aban fotum ne befi aba ɛna saa so die ba bɛda aban a ɛbɛ konwa so no ɛso ne saa ne nti na wɔ sɛ aban a ɛba no ehunu mu bi nti yɛ sɛ saa siketua ne nipa ɔmo fafa ɔmo no ɔmo twentwɛn so asa efiada a ɛbɛ yɛbɛhyia bi yɛhyia a yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ.
All right, so Felix Ofosu Kwache and ordinary the by so Mama Ivan wrap up on that. Ivan, I will come now. So yes,
about said yes, you to name my say Adibia BC Basa will be here.
Yeah.
Now they need I see it me enlisted the collective will of the people of this country, irrespective of maybe a regional or political affiliation or loyalty, whatever. And young channel into building a new Ghana. I bet me I offer hope for the average and ordinary Ghanaian. And a collective responsibility. Nipa binum ne bedi animu. See a time chain. Now you make sure that when they are veering offer, we should be bold enough and tell them in the face. That's why we do animu. Sometimes when you are veering offer, you don't see. So I think that also should be amenable to wisdom. Now say obi criticize wa. Not say nipa hate you. That is where President Akufo-Addo got it wrong. When people were criticizing, he thought they hated his government and I said, oh no, and I nipa time no. No, obi any whole time obi and I yet when I never pay president and compare. What does America? Because that is the highest pinnacle of where me attaining. But it's not just about being president, but it's about being president with the responsibility. And I think that is what we are looking forward to. Collectively, you bet me a mind because politics na ya over the years, no. And people come to power, they take advantage because they know the people are gullible. People don't even understand politics. People don't even know why they vote. By now, through education, advocacy, in new platforms now, but you see, say information are just going around, and people are take politics. I say, until we a minister, we are when I want to on our say, Nemana Woyan, Nipan Tiasia, Ubedu Doknoka, and then I wake up at the MPP to us and Abasa, or more we end at Dahono. And I think that is a lesson. Say, we will be able to say, to me, be a young farm build it, Sabaya Ghana, me, bet me hope for the future. It me yes mana I'm sure say or mine be because other people on my yamana ye no or resources and then human and na me ka say fortunately over here part of the world for instance Ghana. When it comes to natural resources, we have it in abundance. When it comes to human resources, young people, we have it. Other countries don't have it. If you go to America, they don't. It's the reason why they are importing young people from other places. People are walking, crossing the world, they know, but they allow them in. Because this is the workforce that you need to build that particular country. Yeah. Fortunately, we have. So why can't we combine the human resource and the natural resource to build this particular country? It takes ingenuity, people with, you see, that kind of vision and foresight to be able to see the need to do that. Because 1957 Nkrumah Pencil, if he was able to do that, set up industrial city our Tema, and Temana America just have a residential area, people are killing themselves, plot of land they were crying for. But with that particular ingenuity, I think that we can just do things and make it work.
But let me say, Minia Innocence, Ivan, and it's a canoe. Olsen, wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Nothing. Me family with them you cry now. Yo, yes.
Never can say baby you I think say you call any way ba. 1992 you too fair say you know. Satan na phone Ukraine. Na phone the ho obia di ho no mobile phone.
Yeah.
A security for ground no we used to go to the ground. Ebia the whole region ground go to whole roof for. Any other. Ana ye ba ye ni mo sese ya ba bedru ba bia chese akola kete ekitafo obia dim ne ekoso look ye man peni a watwam ko JJ Lawrence bra na wo ye can say president abi ye ba Fourth Republic obe ye president nega unim se soja ni a oba be ye president no be free say one year 1992 etuanto yankumo bia
yeah sure
1996 yankumo bia
yeah 2000
year to abadebu ye shepa no the west sika obide war Onua Abatoɔ the only incident in Ghana apre na sika war Onua Abatoɔ the bosu say ana hu moja kakra say etu asa soja bayo ya ntutu ankunipa so on yete no na yaba bedru sabre na a whole civilian that is so na say ye kunkum ni power batum
human rights lawyer
yenteki action against it send ye be ya e best stop a hadwene kakra so on yete no say adina tell you state institutions no party awa be mu bonse no ye di wachi wa hu yete no at the next election omukoto tutubo MPP for will you be happy?
That's the question.
Will you be happy? So some of these things, mesre nipa bia eye nipa ade ba ko a abibiman mu chese ensom yebo eye nipa nkwa look udra brochira the kasem ne memba ko USM ready yakosa no anya malaria man ye friend mu start say show ye do honum eja me free police no mo e free ambulance me see do yi honum no hospital honum owurade chese a nurse for ni a doctor for atwa ho ahia ne epia no chese wo hwe the way no mo niasi abre na bra obo ye lab test go obo say who say malaria no
eni brava
me who be that America for mrofo say wo malaria I say wanya Ebola bi no just one person be ben okra na dress e kro mo de beba enya easy na wo hwe the way no mo ni abre a doctor for a 9 nurses na awurade yankobo mi jina say am see Africa there
ya tinua so nua ne
yankobo am fa yanzi ye gra o so ne tem what say me sit look adenti anabroni nipa ba ku sei ewu na asamaba America would you come America ni ba ku pe wo ba
don't dare try
the whole state will move there
yeah
the whole state say America ni bia ba beto say Togo na BBS what na akọ
Korea soldiers na Korea war na American soldiers omo ko we 1950 thereabout Trump buy omo ko say omo nyina funu de ba America 50 years after 50 years
you see but Ghana phobia ye ku free Misre Abatoɔ na yeto no power no obi ani ho a sebe nyankopɔ bo nipa entrebo wasase so no sa na the power sha wasase a power no on transfer forever wo ye den ya power besisa eti power sisa adenti na sise wo ye yi abukwa ye ade ba ko a me bompa ye once Jamaica declare results or declare president Mahama the president elect yes on na ho because why I declare so look who appeal to people say you petition ni change mamu me enye won tena ho say the Ghana for eto aba no wo be da kwakọ declare ba foforo wo be den
aso no ko declare na no from here
na no from gra wa declare ana me boa say na no from gra wa declare wo be declare eti no me say moma yemma nipa nkwa ho ehia ye se nipa nkwa ho hia ye ne yakasa baya ye kwakotui mo bia mfatuo nkọ ho obia mfa nkọ ho ya sign peace pact e wo krom ha na allegedly no empenifo echichetuo e wo kawokudi janji sabu fankoto ho election time and na mo de beko
can you imagine this
and go and see the number of people ya more licenses to possess the guns. Go and check. Eti manye nkonesa. Ye hu se menka se obi qualifier manonko. O jase.
Yeah.
Ma menka sa. Dembum ense se ye kokoma nkrofo just like that say mo de amonje ye ko ba bia mo na mo bebo ye hu banji. No. Mwa Ghana. Eti ye besre pa. Na ye make sure say sa incident here I see. If the president of the Republic of Ghana ebe taking action bi now to signify say near course no the ninja ho a as so take he is the commander in chief of Ghana Armed Forces from now to 6 January say wan ka ho hwe dia na je say the ACA no
support I see
so etu ja hodum na the next commander in chief ebe take action what to hodum a saying na obeka
all right but in the next 30 seconds we'll be able to be
movement for change for more USA global
oh okay Meweda, in the next 30 seconds we time also yes
can't be say mechanic say Ghana minister military for down the hospital
oh okay
yeah down hospital now assembly na be say mechanic yenya power wi bia kan say ye benya abotre ni ebu man no senie be ya ebufu a Ghana for the two abati a MPP no ye be the same victim nti mesre na masre obi obenya akonya se obe serve wo NDC aban mu bia no kai bebi a wo free ba kai bebi a wo ye den wo free ba na medina akonya iso na mada oboase isi nyina ase akofuom constituency medal executives nyina ase abodwumaden from na adanse asokwa adanse bibia ase ye nyina abodwumaden yakopon de victory na maye because easy say adanse with many for 6 eyiduma yakopon shiro bibia the chairman constituency secretary
get them on worry okay so on worry Ivan, thank you for coming media everywhere that say and me bra payini hope so that and we must for your time. Thank you for joining us and for being a part of this crucial conversation. We are back tomorrow with more analysis, expert opinions, and updates you need to stay on top of these political evolving issues. Until then, keep asking the questions, the tough questions, stay engaged, and remember that democracy doesn't stop. It's a process, and you and I are part of it. Meeting Eddie JB. Have a good evening and stay blessed.